Good evening, everyone, and welcome again to the Lemons iRacing League. I am Eric Root, Everything Bagel at 24 Hours of Lemons, and thank you for joining us for Trash Tuesday, a night of virtual racing where we try even harder to provide the antithesis to racing. Tonight we are featuring Lemons Rallycross with cars not meant in any such way for rallycrossing. That is a Volkswagen Jetta TDI Cup and the Spec Racer Ford, as we're seeing on the screen. We'll follow up two of these races with our patented Silly Hats Only No Pedal No Wheel Invitational race, where participants aren't using normal sim racing control setup. We'll get to that in just a minute. For now, be sure to join the conversation on Facebook Live, YouTube, or Twitch, wherever you're watching, and get ready for something approximating motorsport. Pour yourself a chilled beverage. It's time for Lemons Rallycross. Joining me tonight are Ryan Bauer, aka the Bearded Sim Racer, and special guest tonight, Lemons Racers Christian Mental Ward and Chris Ray. How is everybody doing this evening?
Hey, good evening. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us in the booth tonight. How are you doing this evening?
I am great. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm great. I'm not looking after my kids, which is the main thing.
So,
although I don't know if my wife thought this was work.
Well, that's the thing about any of this stuff. Is you just have to convince somebody you're doing something really, really important that you don't need to be bothered. Really.
Yeah, I've got a broadcast Zoom meeting. It's important. I gotta go. Yeah,
That's right.
I would much rather sit out here and watch Ragnarok for the
Ragnarok.
Nice.
Yes. Very well. That's a great reference. So again, tonight, this is Trash Tuesday, where we try even harder to make this more ridiculous than it possibly could be. Something that could never happen in real life, because driving a Spec Racer Ford on a Rallycross would probably fuse your vertebrae. This is kind of dream terribleness with fixed setups on really bad cars for off-roading. So should be pretty entertaining, as the Spec Racer Fords on the jump are
That's pretty amazing.
Just as good as it gets.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was smooth.
There, hit the instant replay on that. Let's see that one again.
I'm excited that most people seem to have picked the Spec Racer Ford of the two options.
Why wouldn't you? It's clearly the best car for this.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, yes.
Hope you guys are all ready to hear the Dukes of Hazzard and Dixie.
Seems like somebody forgot to tell them Duke boys that Spec Racer Ford ain't got wings.
There we go. David J. Henry stuffing it into a wall. Tom Pyrek will be driving in our No Pedal No Wheel Invitational as Jurassic Park gets sent off the Costa Rican coast there. Carl Vierthaler.
Yeah, it's a good-looking car.
That does look spectacular. You know, we don't announce it. Somebody followed him off track right.
I think he maybe spent more time painting it than practicing.
That's usually the case, and we kind of encourage that. Now, last race I kept a tally of fatalities, so we're already up to one.
Most excellent.
That's fantastic. So we're capped at 16 cars for these races, unfortunately, which kind of stinks, but there's no shortage of entertainment here. So we're starting with 20-minute qualifying with everybody on the track, and it'll be followed by a 24-minute rallycross race, which is about 4 times longer than they are in real life, which
Yeah.
going to be brutal.
It's perfect.
Yeah, at the end they're going to take out the Spec Racer Ford people and count their teeth.
That's right. Looks like Randy Bish in the field tonight in the Jetta, racing against Anton Lovett, looks like.
Yes.
Yes, he's sporting his tetanus door side there.
It's upside down Spec Racer Ford. I feel like a Spec Racer Ford's a car you don't want to be upside down in ever.
Right. Roll bar is not very much higher than your helmet there.
Oh, I will ask you the silly question. So, are they required to take a Joker lap during the
I figured Joker laps would be way too confusing, so there's no requirement. And in fact, I just told people not to take it at all because the jump is, if you take the Joker lap, which is the shortcut, it cuts out the jump, and we need the jump.
That was actual driving,
obviously.
Randy. Wow.
Yeah, look at Randy Bish driving like he means it.
The Joker is a Rallycross thing you can kind of do once in a race. Is that right?
That's
right,
correct.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're required to do it at least once.
Oh, okay.
Just once, yep.
Yes. That's so great. Hopefully they'll all make it to that point together, at least at the start, so that we can see them flying through the air in formation. That'll be the cool thing.
That's the idea. Yeah.
Right, yeah. Absolutely.
Could look at Tom Pyrek's car there and Carl Vierthaler in the Jurassic Park car, both spectacularly done on short notice, like I said, because we didn't even announce this race until this morning. So very well done, guys.
Absolutely agree. Oh yeah, sliding on a Tuesday. Oh wow.
Didn't hit anyone.
No, that was incredible. Oh, the Iron Man Stewart theme. I like it.
Ooh. I like that. The Toyota theme.
That's excellent crossover. I'm assuming that it's probably on Alan's Pro2 also. I know it's on mine. That's amazing.
Yeah, the classic real racing. That's one of the good real racing liveries we like seeing.
I love the I love Amanda Tully's face on her in the front. Oh, it looks like slot cars. Doesn't it look like slot cars? Like just for a second there.
Yeah,
that was great. Yes,
that's the derpy Cheshire Cat as she murders somebody coming out of the pits there. So another F in the chat.
Yes,
That's a famous paint right there.
That's so amazing.
Amanda only races with like a single 12-inch monitor. I don't think she can see her mirror at all.
Shunted.
Which is ironic because there's a whole Lemons trope of mirrors out for Tully, yet she can't actually use them.
Oops, somebody left the premises. There's a short, Joker lap.
They're taking the Joker lap. There it is.
Okay, well, you know.
We're headed to the, that is the Joker lap, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't take the Joker lap, people. So this track, by the way, is the old Phoenix
Legacy,
International Speedway Legacy track. So it's a free track that we picked out with a one free car option that was maybe the worst one for it with the Spec Racer Fords. So
you could do that. You could have done the Indy cars and watch how many of the wings fell off.
that that was
painful.
The one
Yeah.
you're sitting there. So, wow.
It's only there to hold up the sign.
That looked really painful.
Yep. That's I don't even know what happened there.
No.
He looks like he got a little sideways coming through through there, and then just further upset with the leaders.
Ooh.
Overcorrection. Bam.
Yeah,
Ouch.
I think that's the. Oh, I've got it. Oh.
I think they know damage is off now if they didn't know before.
There's your boys. That was your boy Santiago Iglesias, by the way.
good.
Mental.
Oh, yes, absolutely. He's perfectly comfortable taking regular street car with no traction and hanging it around the.
He's
So
in his
he's a
element.
real world rally racer.
And yeah, I believe, in fact, he was his class champion last year for the region, which is up near you, Eric.
No kidding.
He's runs a lot of Michigan stuff.
Right to the Michigan jokes, huh? That's how.
That wasn't a joke. There's you guys have it's one of his favorite rallies. When I call it like Snow Fest or something, and they go through all these small towns and have to do parade laps. He loves it. He
This
says
is about to be
one
amazing.
of his favorite events.
Yes.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
Boy, these are great ramps too. And
You got to get that jump just right, haven't you?
Yeah.
That is an unexpected side benefit of the Spec Racer Ford. It's an excellent launching pad.
What is going on with the 31 car? Because that looks great. It almost looks like Waffle House, but it isn't. Dollar General. Oh
That's
my
what
God!
That's what I thought it was. It's like
What's Dollar General?
That's
What's
a little,
Dollar General? You elitist.
We probably had Pound General.
Daniel App's racer. Oh, so yeah. Boy, how prescient. Yeah. So Daniel App, professional racer, had been hiring a ringer to drive in his iRacing.
Oh yes.
Turns out. So
like a upperclassman with a case of senioritis didn't want to write that term paper, so he hired a freshman.
That's right.
Wow.
And
Accurate.
here he is, William Niemeyer. Find out who William Niemeyer drives with in real life.
Go with a lawn care company so far.
Yeah. About 4.5 minutes to the grid here.
There's a surprise. Amanda sideways.
Yeah, the derpy Cheshire Cat is pretty great on the 888 car. Do enjoy that.
Yeah, I think my mistake when I painted a car was I was a bit too sort of subtle.
Go on.
So it just looks like it's not painted.
Wow.
It's like, I'm going to watch the replay. I spent 4
Oh.
hours painting this car, and then, no, it just looks like one of the stock ones.
Ouch. The jump is fantastic with those cars because they're all nose heavy and they land on the nose, not the wheels. So, so wherever you're going is where you're going. Nicholas A in the chat pointing out the original Spec Racers didn't have the roll bar on top.
It's true. I grew up going to the runoffs at Road Atlanta every year, and you just had fiberglass.
Yeah, no way that's going to go wrong. Should point out, these things are lemony in their own way. So the engine they used was the base model Ford Escort motor, which I only can assume that they just bought a warehouse full of them, because how many Ford Escorts were built.
Well, I think now you say Escort, you're not even talking about the American one.
Right. There were a lot of Ford Escorts where I came from.
It wasn't the Kent motor from England. It was the CVH 1.9 liter, which was just a terrible little 90 horsepower thing. So
I was under the impression that it was the Pinto.
No, not the Pinto motor,
Oh.
not the Fiesta motor. It was the 1980s/1990s base model Ford Escort motor. So they somebody bought a warehouse full of them out of Detroit, I assume. They're race motors now, and then they put them in these little fiberglass things.
It was known to be the pinnacle of reliability and power. Definitely.
Sean Yoder coming in with the insights.
I joined just in time to hear you say, "Wherever you're going is where you're going," and that was about the most profound thing I've heard all day.
That's right. We should probably just shut the broadcast down. Totally.
I toast "Wherever you're going is where you're going" with the last of the Lynchburg lemonades that I bought last week, and
Oh, that's a great cam. That was a great cam right there of Santiago attempting the jump.
It's actually surprisingly hard when you see it from in the car.
Yeah. And Randy Bish disappearing over the jump and the great unknown awaiting you once you press it.
Who's that? You?
Santiago's parents just
slide
for
job.
naming him that.
That was incredible.
Yes.
There's really has there ever been a better name than Santiago Iglesias? That's
Seriously.
I agree with
somebody
Ripster
dying right
777
there
that
in the
anyone
silver
running a
car.
Jetta is deeply uncool and should be laughed at relentlessly. I agree. 'Cause
Well,
how
let's
could you-
take a look at Randy Bish's livery, because I'm sure there's some Easter eggs on it. There always are.
Whoop.
That's a good launch. So he's got somebody on the
Colin
roof.
McRae Flight School.
Yeah.
I approve.
You're just looking for a place to crash, man.
Nothing is sacred. Nothing is sacred.
What are we calling that?
Amazing.
Awful, mostly. All right, well, let's not look at that ever again.
I did notice, though, in the realm of race car drivers who've had unfortunate aviation incidents, managed to stay away from NASCAR. I think he doesn't want to get lynched.
Yeah, true. It's like David J. Henry with a livery. There's something there.
Livery.
Good job.
I mean, that looks like an actual stylish race car.
Yeah, that has no
Yeah.
business here.
So, yeah, I don't know what I was thinking.
How dare he?
Sam Goebel in the field. We should get a look at his car as well. We can, the 10.
Blinking.
I believe that was as quick as he could make it in MS Paint.
That's
Looks
perfect.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it looks like a stylish race car. That's the problem.
Believe that not the demographic for the iRacing crowd, but if they gave you the ability to inflict schemes on folks as punishment for not being very imaginative.
Well, if you wanted to draw something, I could totally put it on his car. We could do that.
You'd only have to be friends with the people that made trading paint, not iRacing.
Well,
That's
actually, since I'm the one that's hosting it, basically we just go look and see what their member ID is and save whatever picture we want as their member ID, and then I hit refresh, and there it is.
Why did I not know about
I'm sorry.
yeah.
I'm sorry. I never thought about it. Like, I guess just yeah.
Digital version of welding things to people's roofs.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's
All of us
absolutely
now have a
accurate.
Google image search for dongs.
That is absolutely accurate.
It'll be the paint scheme of shame.
That's right. Looks like for the race.
Let's see if it
I
actually
mean,
says where they're starting.
if you want an archive of that, we just
There we
need
go.
to get into Steph's hard drive. Holy
Oh,
crap!
this is going to be amazing.
16. So I didn't even think about this part. This is going to be a 4 wide, 4 deep start from a standing start.
All the fast cars in the back.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. What could possibly go wrong?
I mean, everyone knows the race is not won on the first turn.
Yeah.
I just hope
wanna
we
get
get a good
those who are
shot of this. This is
racing.
going to be crazy.
Yeah. Sure, it's
But
going to be fine.
going back to your original comment, there are several places in this world that I have no need to ever go, and one of them is Steph Schrader's hard drive. Just I have, I love her dearly. She's a friend. I do not want to go into pictures that she.
It's like it's a virtual representation of Big Ben. Just dong, dong.
It's about to get real.
And then every now and again, cheese, and every fourth.
Amanda jumped.
Cheshire Cat about
Green
to
light.
run over the whole
Let's
grid.
go.
Yeah, we got the movement.
Here's the standing start we were all waiting for.
There it is. I was wondering how many people were just going to wedge their way through the car in front of them using the ramp on the front of their car. Oh, and for no reason at all, the unimaginative paint has already gone into the wall. For 2.
Only 2 off, though.
That was not as terrible as I thought it was.
Yeah, I imagine they're all surprised, too.
Yeah, I'm still going after the first corner. This is unexpected.
What the heck am I going to do now? Oh,
Wow.
Anton's guy on the jump.
We've lost Anton.
Press F in the chat for Anton.
Into the great unknown and no fast repair, so I guess he's out.
Yeah, looks like
He's just digitally deceased.
the Pittsburgh Charlie is going with their standard
Oh.
backwards drive as well. They did the run. That should make whoever hits them chained. It's like he's trying to save it right to the ragged edge.
I just love the look on his face. It's so fitting. It's like, oh, geez.
That actually, what it looks like everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
It's fine.
Lands on the roof.
Upside down. That ain't good.
Thank you,
It's not
Anton, for
quite
that
the Joey
amazing
Chitwood
moment.
show.
Oh, we've got more carnage.
These were the perfect cars.
Leading. I think Greg was leading at this point.
Was past tense.
Crazy.
This is a 24-minute race, so God knows everybody's going to be doing that at some point during the race. There's going to be 35 lead changes.
Is damage on?
No.
Damage is
No,
off
no.
because
This race would be over by now.
we don't. The race would be.
That was ambitious.
Our incidents on because we're going to have a high incident count.
Nope. This is a free for all.
Oh.
It's Trash Tuesday, my friend.
Oh,
Arizona drift.
Yeah, he missed the clip.
I would like to recommend the number 10 car get some yellow wheels and some Alitalia emblems and just go full Italian.
Incredible. Ooh, missed the turtle.
go to just after the jump and replay that. There was someone just literally the nose caught the IRX sign and almost flipped them end over end.
What'd the car look like?
It was one of the Spec Racer Fords. It happened about 15 seconds ago.
Some good
I'd
pinball.
recognize it anywhere.
Yeah.
Yep.
It looks Spec Racery.
All right, we're gonna go. We're gonna watch the jump for a little while. How about that?
Amanda has already reset, and so has Daniel.
Santiago pulling out a lead. There's an actual person racing the thing. Good
See,
job.
that's who Daniel should have hired for his.
Very promising.
That's right.
For Santiago.
Crap. Okay, is there another one of these, and then the no
Correct.
wheel, no pedal?
That's a great question, and you are correct. So there will be 2 of these, and then we'll go on to the no pedal, no wheel, which is here, but with Pro2 Lites. So it's off-roading trucks on an off-roading track being driven by people with Xbox controllers and God knows what else.
It's just sketches.
Etch-a-Sketch should be in the race. That's right. Lots of flight controls. Probably 4 or 5 people using flight controls with rudder pedals to steer, which is great.
Got one of them in the basement, actually.
Well, you know what to do next time we do this.
Yeah.
Looks like Amanda had to come out of the race, so she's back in to see more cars.
It's a bummer. Like if you end up upside down, you have to reset, and then you're stuck in the pit.
We'll let you out.
I think she's lost too. Amanda is now lost and has re-entered the pits.
Oh, maybe she can't. Oh yeah, you can take off again. Okay, great.
Hey,
Yeah.
good deal.
And she has no idea where she is right now. She is my grandmother.
She is wandering around.
I think she's good now.
Taller than I can't get up.
Body style for the Cheshire Cat we've seen yet. I think it is brilliant.
Yep.
Oh, breakdancing.
Right on the nose, though. That was stylish.
But I don't know what happened there, but it was great.
Here's another look at that. Oh, turtles were
Hit the
involved.
curb and then never lifted, as you do in the Jetta.
Exactly.
It is lighting up the tires. I got to give him some credit. Although that is gravel, I suppose.
And then
Oh, the turtle. Yep, yes.
never lift in the Jetta.
Never.
That's another Yinzer with the
Amanda.
Iron City livery. There is Amanda Tully dies for the 2nd time in this race.
Let's get another look at that. I'm just glad that everyone's able to continue. Yeah, all 16 cars are still out there. Oh, wow. Oh, Das Bush.
She got fished.
She
pretty
got
good, right?
fished like no other.
We call that being tullied, actually. You just get hit.
Welcome to iRacing, where the crashes aren't real and the gravity is less than approximate.
Bam.
Yeah. I feel like
Das
some
Boot.
poor iRacing physics developers watching this thinking this wasn't really supposed to be what people were doing.
That's exactly right.
Hey, we all spend our money, so we can do what we want,
They're not
right?
happy.
Exactly. If you guys go to Carl Vierhalthaller's in his Jurassic Park, he just had an epic rollover, and you can watch that from inside the cockpit and see if it makes you nauseous. It was impressive. It's like being stuffed in a dryer.
There we go.
And there it goes. There it goes. There it goes.
Wow. Wow, graceful. Excellent.
And he landed on his wheels.
Yeah, straight on the gas as well.
Would have only been better if he would have punted the
Soviet
10 car afterwards. But that's okay.
Soviet judge is even holding up a 7, so
That's impressive.
What would Jeff Goldblum's Jurassic Park character say about that rollover?
that's it. Just that.
Uh-oh.
Soggy, heavy.
Oh.
Iglesias
Skipping
lost
the
the lead by a good
jump.
chunk.
Ah. Did you notice that?
That's okay.
Yeah.
The leader will crash at some point.
It's not the
Does
leader,
the
actually.
Toyota,
So it works out.
Spec Racer Ford have Ivan Stewart on it?
It
anywhere?
does.
It has.
It does.
Thank God.
It's incredible.
All is right with the world.
That's right.
Now I want to play that off Ivan Stewart's off road or whatever it is, that thing.
Well, I can hit you with a link. And you can totally play that.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got an emulator now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you save all your nitro boost.
Right.
At the end, you'd have to nitro boost across
That is
the
not
finish
in the
line.
spirit of the event.
Oh, look at the guy cutting.
I thought
that was good.
That's what I was talking about. That's gobble.
It's soggy.
That is
Soggy's
not
afraid
in the
joke.
spirit of the event. He does not wish to get airborne, apparently. Maybe he's in VR. Well, that would be more fun.
If you've ever seen any of Soggy's cars, you would understand why you'd be hesitant to leave.
He's keeping it on the ground for safety. I understand.
So Soggy owns a Simca, parts of a Peugeot 504, and a Porsche 911 with a TDI motor swapped into it.
He also has 2 Freightliner vans.
Is that a Furco one?
Yeah.
Yeah, he owns
He owns
Okay.
Right. You can Google that one, Furkel the 911.
Yeah, I've raced against that car. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, super cool. Well, let's talk about your car, Chris, because
I don't have a car.
well, your cars from the past.
Yeah.
You're part of King Henry VIII. So why don't you introduce the audience to what that means?
We had, I have a bunch of people I go out drinking with, and we were sitting in the pub one evening when you could still sit in pubs. And I said we should do this lemons thing that I'd seen somewhere. It was like in a magazine or something. And everyone said, oh yeah, that's a great idea. So I just paid for it right there and then. That meant we kind of had to do it. And so like 2 weeks before the race, we thought we'd get a car. And so we went and found this gorgeous Cadillac Sedan DeVille that really had good potential. It was a car that had been given to the VA as a gift. And they were selling it on as a functioning race car.
We need to call a timeout here because the VA was selling a Cadillac. I don't understand how that happens.
Why it's that thing. Yeah, certainly that's the one you want to keep.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Anyway, so we found a guy to put a cage in it, and then that was it. And we took it to California. We got a U-Haul. You know those, I can't remember what you call them, is it tow dolly, where you like drive the car on and then you tow it with another car, because none of us had a pickup truck or anything.
Right.
And we got one of those like the day before, it would be like the Wednesday before race weekend, and then we took it home and discovered the car didn't fit on it. And the car was still licensed, so we just drove it. I live in Seattle, so we just drove it to Thunder Hill. And honestly, we were anticipating that it was going to break down somewhere on the way to the race. So we got to the race and then just celebrated success, really.
Right. Right.
It did last the whole race.
Yeah. Who cares?
Minus a few gears.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys eventually did a transmission swap or something.
We have done 7 transmission swaps now, but only 1 on that car. And that car actually, in the end, like it was really quite slow. We thought we'd do something else. And I sold it to a guy for $1 who was going to do defensive driver training for limousine drivers.
Oh, excellent.
I don't know if it actually happened or not. But yeah.
If you guys are following the chat, apparently we've started down a dark rabbit hole, and Steph Schrader is now offended because she refuses to believe that buffalo up porn exists, and we're all disgusting.
I did not take any part in that conversation. I was just sitting listening. That was you lot.
Wow.
Anyway.
Yeah, the chat went very dark very quickly.
That's normal.
Good times.
It's totally normal.
I do like hi Tom in the middle of it.
Yeah.
That guy stabbed me with a dull knife. Oh, hi Tom, how you doing?
Tom Webb. Pinto Racing. We've talked about Tom Webb before. Tom Webb races a Pinto wagon that turns out to have been the exact Pinto wagon in which he lost his virginity in high school to the Danish foreign exchange student. So goes the story, anyway.
Has he kept it the whole time, or was it sold and bought back?
It ended up in a junkyard. I don't know how he found it in the junkyard, but he went and bought it out of a junkyard in Albuquerque, which makes the story seem even farther fetched.
Yeah.
Because nobody goes to Albuquerque.
Yeah, and Danish exchange students don't actually sleep with anyone.
Yeah, correct.
Olaf probably just felt sorry for him.
Sweet Hot Wheels livery.
It's a good save. I like that.
Ooh, that was good.
That was a good landing. He stuck it.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like it was slightly squint, but no.
I think Greg has got to jump down. He has figured this out. He did it at a consistent speed, not flat-footing it over there. He's got this landing down well.
Can we look at it for a second? Because we have a legit race going on there, I think. Like, there's the gap's gone up and down, and Iglesias, I bet he was trying to catch up again, because he looked like he was the best guy in practice.
It's about
Racing.
eight. It's a little over 8.5 seconds right now for the gap. There.
Oh, you know what?
Not catching up.
How's this working tonight?
So there's 20-minute open qualifying, and then a 24-minute race, which is like doing an endurance rallycross basically, and that's it. And then we have, I think we have
Come on,
8
Randy.
sessions
Come
set
on.
up.
Yes, thank you, Randy.
Since the entry count is so low, so there's a whole bunch of sessions for people to get into. We're gonna broadcast 2 of them, and then we'll switch to the no pedal, no wheel race.
I'm going to try to get in one of them just because I want to be able to commentate on how ridiculous this is.
Definitely
I don't know
Spec Racer
whether
Ford.
Yeah, it has to be Spec Racer. I mean, the Jetta is almost like it's almost serviceable around here, which I don't want that.
Yeah,
at all. I want,
no, you won.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Greg was just removed from the
Took the leader
situation.
with him into the wall. That is brutal, and we'll see if Santiago can catch him.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
interesting.
So Tommy's on the chat. Tommy said it took him. He actually went after that
There's
car.
Santiago.
5 years of 5 year leads to find the guy who had the salami wagon in hand when he called.
Huh.
And it just happened to be in Albuquerque. Well, I'm not even going to try and pronounce how he spelled Albuquerque.
Look at the launch over the stuff.
Oh, that is unlucky.
That is just, that's just awful.
That's unfortunate.
New
He
leader.
managed to keep his lead, though. That's impressive.
New
Yeah, but he
leader.
can't be that far ahead. Oh no, Iglesias ahead now.
Yeah, new
Iglesias
leader.
got him. You're right. Once they came across the start finish line, he's got to go run down the master of dirt.
He's about 4 3/4 seconds back. So Santiago's about to go over the jump. Oh, this is going to be great. So he's leading now, and he's got to deal with this Jetta.
Took out the other leader.
Go on board with Greg. You can see if you can see Santiago up there. There he is.
But Santiago's getting put into the wall here.
Oop.
Yes, you do.
I tell you, if this race taught me one thing, it's that the fastest color is dog barf.
Oh wow, carnage! Close
fish
calls.
in the middle of that also.
Yeah, big surprise.
So
Anton's
made
getting
through a couple of Yinzers and Jettas.
Now down to 2 seconds.
Yeah, this is close.
I think you just got around him. They are literally, And now,
Yep,
now
there
they've got
it is,
a
right
Jetta.
there. Oh, punt! Anton's
lift.
in between the two.
He's gonna lift Anton out of his way. That was awesome.
is Greg Ripple scum? Is that what I'm seeing? The driver gear. The helmet.
His helmet is.
That was the leader getting the shunt.
Santiago is obviously part of the empire.
Bish! Someone's about to get bished.
That was Tom Webb pointing out he had to battle a raccoon for Pinto ownership, which ranks pretty low in the list of lifetime achievements, I have to say. Or maybe really high, I'm not really sure.
From the raccoon, some of those things are evil.
And car 34 driver perishing there on the jump. We're at least at 6 fatalities. I think Anton probably took off Greg Schnitzer's head when he went over the curb and hit him.
Maybe a bit, yeah.
7.
These things happen.
Yeah.
These things happen. It's a matter of fact. These things happen.
That was incredible.
You got two Spec Racer Fords upside down next to each other.
Multiple victims there.
It was, it looks like Corey Dickman in red and white there.
His own demise, it looked like.
Corey Dickman.
Yeah, that was a
Oh,
single vehicle
That
accident.
was weird. I guess he
It was a good landing too.
yeah.
Slightly off.
It just kept going.
Just wanted to end it.
Battle
It
for
was
the
like
lead
a
here.
strange roll at the end.
All right, so here we go. 5 and 30 back at it.
Yep,
Yeah.
first and second right here.
What terrible things will befall them as they work their way through the immense traffic.
This is the point where both of these people are thinking, "Man, I wish this wasn't a crash fest."
They're probably both having a pretty good time, I would guess.
But they're trying to have a legitimate race now, and any second now, Anton's going to leap out of the shadows.
If they wanted to have a legitimate race,
That's
they wouldn't be
predictable.
here on something called Trash. I'm just going to put that out there.
Right. Yeah, it is Trash Tuesdays. Keep that in mind.
With your accent, I'm brought to mind of What We Do in the Shadows, and Anton is the guy. Hey, I'm Pete the Vampire. I'm Pete the Vampire. Hey, how's it going? What Anton's just gonna do is he's gonna run the whole thing. The vampire killer in.
You lost me.
Oh, Ooh, you saw. You could totally
self-induced.
see legs underneath there. That was interesting.
That was weird.
He might be
Because
very tall.
the other cars have pans, but not Greg's.
So that's how he's winning. He
That
smokes.
is how he's underweight.
Pan.
That's interesting. If it's just this camera, but yeah, wow.
Oh, yeah.
It's that full rebel. He was using the Force to keep the rebel uniform in the car.
Yeah, I'm surprised that FIA approved.
If you guys have
Wow.
ever wondered what Rule 34 for iRacing looks like, that's probably part of it, whatever was happening there.
Yes.
Randy battling it out with our leader again.
God, the Jettas
Most
just look so
excellent.
big, don't they?
They are. Yeah.
How many Jettas are left? I'm only seeing the three.
Well, there weren't that many to start with.
Start with, yeah.
Yeah.
There was
Anton's still out there
Anton
digging.
and Al Jones, I think, are the only three.
Yep.
Might have
All
been
still
another
digging.
one.
All still looking for victims.
That's right. They're like the shark. So is what this is.
So if Greg pees a little, is it like a pea slick?
Yes.
Yes.
Sure.
Oh, death. Death.
Oh, there's gonna be a lot of cars. There were a bunch of cars behind him there.
Tom
Death.
Pyrek, press F in the chat for Tom Pyrek.
Holy crap! I got in.
All right, we're gonna have a commentator in the next race we get. Fantastic.
Death.
I don't know whether that's good or bad. But I did get in.
I'm sure it's
Amazingly,
fine.
the other cars all made it through. No issue.
Yeah, that was a good
Great
burn.
camera shot from Matt Sitko's car, though. That was awesome.
Yeah.
That's really good. The low angle shot is great going over the jump.
Absolutely.
And to watch the aftermath as you're just plowing into the abyss, alone and unafraid.
Snicker is catching up.
Yes, he is. And Santiago just had an incident there, like he lost the traction coming out of the corner. So
Yeah.
back within sight.
3.5 minutes to go. It's surprisingly close.
Yes, indeed.
But
The car up
Yeah.
upside down.
Kane on the start-finish line.
It was soggy. Soggy. Dead on the start finish.
He's just gonna sit there. He's not gonna. He's
That
not
would
gonna
be a
get his-
perfect jump if someone would hit it, though.
It's true. Because Alan K. Meyer spears off and
I
hits
guess
the wall.
he finally towed, unfortunately.
Oh, this is a great view of everything going wrong all at once. The jump landing.
Ooh, the jump
and,
is, yeah, I like that.
traffic going two different ways.
Yes. The Jetta. That's so perfect. How it flies. Nate, you did a great job.
This, this
Nate did the
camera brought
R&D,
to
right?
you- Yes.
Sorry, go
Nate
ahead.
Schleben tested this out and gave us lots of good feedback on the Spec
Oh,
Racer
man.
Ford as the ideal car. This
I
camera.
mean,
brought-
it's better. It's better than the Jetta. Like the Jettas are just all understeering terribly.
yeah.
Like you can turn it on the throttle a little bit more, but it's just too easy to turn it too much.
That camera brought to you by Acme Surgical Titanium, by the way, fusing vertebrae together since 1998.
Amanda's on the wall. Get off the wall.
She's just hanging out. It's cool,
Yep.
man.
Quick cigarette.
A better place to watch a race from.
And he just caused three
Yeah.
people. Oh, Randy to the
Maybe
right.
not the best
Into
place.
oh, now she's upside down. Now
And
she's
she
upside down
didn't-
in the Joker
Bished again.
area. Yeah, bished again.
No one will come hit her because she's in the Joker.
Multiple bishes dealt.
Vicious,
How many
man.
laps have been
Vicious.
run? This is a lot of laps.
This
It's
is a lot.
Many.
60
Let's see.
laps.
So the leader's on lap 29.
Nice.
That's a
Right,
perfect,
I
actually,
think,
it's a perfect amount of laps, actually.
Al Jones, one of our Carnage Jetta folks, is on lap 25.
There we go. Those turtles are jumps if I'm a Jetta out there right now.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Like Racer Ford.
Yeah, or a Spec Racer Ford.
Blake Field calling us a combo of Ivan Stewart's off-road and super sprint.
How much time is left in
This has
the?
legs.
How much time is left in the qualifying of the one you're in, Sean?
I don't know because my iRacing just decided that it wanted to go haywire. I don't really know what's going on right now. I'm trying to salvage this so I don't have to leave.
There you go.
They'll steal your spot, man. They'll steal it.
Combo of Ivan Stewart's off-road and super sprint. I played both, so that's great. Yep. This game,
Al
yeah, super
Jones just took a lovely skate off the bridge and then hit escape before he was done crashing. Just waiting for a tow.
Oh, he just got removed from existence. He went into the abyss there. Coming down to it, this was probably going to be the last lap here. Looks like Santiago
Man,
going over the
this
jump
is some
here.
storming driving by both of these people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, final lap.
All right, and Greg is on him. He's maybe 10 seconds there. He's within duel.
Yep, 7.3 seconds back.
Right. Yep. There he is. He's in the frame. Oh,
Check.
and
Ooh.
Santiago makes a critical error.
Yeah,
It's
he
going to
took the-
cost him.
He just took the checkered flag. He's celebrating. Oh my god. That was incredible. I gotta figure out which
Perfectly
one. I gotta figure out which one that was. That was incredible. Oh
There we go.
yes.
This is great. He's trying to pancake him with.
Oh, wow. Lots of carnage. I hear more coming. Oh. Oh.
Oh, send Amanda there for a somersault. That was
she stole
impressive.
and then she got bished again.
Oh,
She landed in Tucson. It's all good.
Another look at that.
hey, got a full acceleration.
Got that pitching wedge
Out of her
first.
blind spot. Boosh. And as she's recovering, number 2, and ish.
That was 3 deaths in under 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Ooh, Anton.
Oh, wow.
That was
impressive, Anton.
Yeah.
Never lift. Whew. That's fantastic.
That was almost perfect.
Oh, wow. Amazing.
Again,
Oh, there they
Anton's
go
face
again.
off. So good.
Bish has left the building too.
Yeah, I
So,
feel like you need
yeah,
a face
that's
on your car.
The Spec Racer Ford is incredible.
Like,
As the derpy Cheshire Cat gets launched into low Earth orbit there.
Oh, wow. That yeah, backwards. That's a reverse somersault. You get extra points for the difficulty.
I feel like in normal iRacing, this is the point of the race where everyone just kind of logs out, and now it's the one where everyone starts paying attention.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, you never tune out when the race is over. Yes. Chip shot. Well done.
I wonder how many people like
Never
at
lift.
the end of the first
Yes.
race that we're allowed back to out of exhaustion, just after they see the checkered flag, blindly plow into the car next to them.
It was the best breakdancing I've seen so far.
Yeah, that is the best. All three of them together. Nice, right?
God, I want these wheel bearings.
Yes, there it is.
Oh, that was good.
wow.
We need numbers to hold up there, I think.
You. Ooh, chat. What do you guys give that in chat? That was incredible.
I mean, the landing was poor. It was on the roof. It's
Right.
not going to be a 10-pointer.
Oh, but he gets an extra 5 for the difficulty.
That's true. It was tricky. Rarely attempted.
So by my count, we have a race with 16 people in it, and there have been at least 19 deaths. So
At least. Ooh,
that's since the checkered flag.
that was perfect. The spiral, I like it. Never lifted. Perfect.
Did you guys ever play Stunt Driver on PC?
No,
Anybody?
Oh,
I played stunt driving.
Forever ago.
Forever ago. It's a polygon,
Yeah, man.
like the
Yeah.
80s.
I probably did.
Yeah, it's perfect. You would the entire point of it was to like land a spiral jump at like 190 in a Mustang, which not so great, but the game was fantastic.
Yes.
It's kind of cars and coffee.
Wow.
Yes. Never lived in the jump.
Damage
The
off was an
chat is-
excellent decision.
Chat is getting some scores in. They got a
Yes.
great.
It's hard driving, right? That's what I thought
hard
too.
driving.
Yeah.
Driving was the first one. Stunt driving was the sequel.
Yeah.
Ah,
The pizza place that we went to, it was a sit down with a 4-speed stick shift and an actual clutch, and you could do race driving, or stunt driving, or hard driving, are all on the same one. You basically which road you went on determined which.
And it was a computer nerd standpoint. It was impressive because it was they had a self-contained universe. If you ran over a street sign when you came back around on that lap, the street sign was still flat.
Yes,
all the
that
cars
was cool.
moved according to a model of reality. Yeah, it wasn't supposedly based on the behavior characteristics of the first ZR1 Corvette.
Amazing.
Corvette magazine, man.
I'm way too much of a nerd. I apologize already.
No, that's great.
No.
Nothing to apologize for.
Look, we're just
I am Tom. Hey, look, I get call outs here.
Is it time to
This is what
switch
famous
to,
looks like.
to the second session?
your kids are gonna be so proud of you.
Oh yeah, I'm going to show them this straight after, as long as none of you lot swear.
So far, we're
Poop
good. I
on
think.
that.
I knew it would be mental. I knew it would be mental.
I was gonna say, do you want us to go ahead and swear so you don't have to share it to them,
I
or
don't know. It's hard to tell.
This is a good stopping point.
Okay, so the one,
us know when you're ready for that
the one that's already got 16 in it.
That was a good race for a second.
All
Like
right.
actual decent driving in strange circumstances.
Lemons has a tendency to like once every 30 to 60 races have an accidental good race happen. This is our good race for the next month, basically, of iRacing.
We always have that problem. We've got one of our teammates, an excellent car builder. Just builds it's a boring BMW, but he does a really good job of making it very reliable. And he'll be in the pits, okay, man, we got to get out of here. And he's like, whoa, let's slow down here. It's not a race.
So while we got some downtime, why don't you plug where we can find you, Mental?
Absolutely. If you don't know, I'm one of the 4 co-hosts of the Everyone Racers podcast. You can find us on all of your social media. If you need to go ask your kid, I'm sure he can find us. We have a YouTube channel. We've actually started recording our episodes. Record on Wednesdays, and where you get your podcast, we're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. See, it's just me on Twitter, so I can say whatever I want and blame it on Jeff. Oh, I think everyone else is taking a quick break to go and refresh their beverages while we're watching the warm-ups here.
I'm trying to make sure I'm in the right one, because I think the one I'm in is the one. This one's already underway, so we'll use this here to enjoy the view while we switch to the correct one.
It's a little difficult to tell the difference between underway and warm up.
Correct.
Yeah, I feel like there should be more carnage on the underway, but by that point they've already settled into a groove, maybe.
Yeah.
There we go.
I think you're probably overestimating.
This
Yeah,
is
that's a
actually
nice-looking car,
this is the
48,
one
that is
that Nate.
Nate Cody.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I like that one.
All right. And this I entered the incorrect one. This one's underway. This one's about halfway over, so a little past halfway. So just a little teaser there. You got a little plug for these guys. A little love.
I like the wood paneling on the 85.
Ooh, nice barrel roll.
13 in the.
It's a good-looking car too. These are people with taste.
That's right.
Yeah, what's up with that?
That's classy.
Yeah, let's get out of that one.
I'm suddenly struck with the urge to buy a Spec Racer and put wood paneling on.
I have a feeling you could totally pull that off.
You can pull that off.
There's got to be a lot of Spec Racers out there.
And a lot of wood paneling.
Yeah.
I'm on the West Coast. I'm actually in Las Vegas. Not a lot of wood out here. A sand. If I wanted one of the Santiago brown car, the other brown car.
The olive drab kind of looking.
You could get a Spec Racer Ford with a surfboard on top. It would be safer, I think.
Spec
True.
Racer
Absolutely.
Ford.
Yeah.
Spec Racer board.
No, I hear you. No, it's good. It's very punny, Eric.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Would have a board instead of Ford, which
Don't you have to go and put your kids to bed?
That's why he was practicing that dad joke.
That's right. Jeff Van Stone in the double bubble car again. That's good looking. That's as good looking as a Jetta can look.
Yeah, that looks like serious.
Yeah, that's paid artwork, that.
He hired some professional artwork
It's
guy.
legit sponsorship.
This group looks a little less
Actually,
crashy. I don't know what that's about. Is this the same people? Like,
Hey,
Schneider again?
Has he got two computers?
Schneider and Iglesias are both in here, yeah.
They figured it out and jumped
I
in.
and they're
think they
back
did.
in
This is the
1-2
one. This is
again.
the one Sean's in, so that's the one I came in.
No, I'm not in there. I can't get back in.
At least we now have someone in third who's not 30
Get
seconds
back
behind.
in. You
now
let-
I will
oh.
say the other race we're not following. We are missing some great people. There is Dr. Florida Man Donnie Petruniak, and we've also got the Sloman brothers.
Are you saying these are bad people?
These people have already been on the broadcast tonight.
Oh
Sure.
wow, Garrett Schinder hella died.
I'm saying
Yeah.
one has a doctorate and lives in Florida. That's all.
That isn't. That
You
isn't
make
awesome.
whatever summary judgments you want.
So do we switch back and cover the rest of the middle one and then come back to this one?
We're
or-
already here. This
All
is
right,
fine.
cool.
This
All
is
right,
fine.
10-4,
Everything's
10-4.
fine.
Everything's fine.
Everything is great.
I thought this was going to be more professional.
I am so no. I'm not going to apologize.
Definitely do not.
So you can't be responsible for my idiotic thoughts.
That's fine.
Look, another face on the front.
Yeah, what is Kramer? It's Cosmo.
Yeah. It's the way to do it, though, I think. Face on the front. I'm doing that in my car immediately.
I think
I
the
don't know whose face. Maybe Eric's.
I've had my face on a car before. It's a surreal experience, I have to say. Bribe me with my face on a T-shirt from like a random Facebook photo. That wasn't creepy at all.
Yeah, that's odd.
Yeah.
He's doing the Jay Peterman tour.
Ah, yes. Of course. Peterman reality tour. That's a deep cut. That's a deep Seinfeld cut.
Yes, excellent. Don't tell those stories anymore. We bought those.
Excellent. Carl Applegate. Probably, you know Carl, I would assume, mental.
Absolutely, yes.
One of the Baltimoreans.
Who is
And
the
he-
funny talker? It says
I
here.
believe, is that a Baltimore flag on the front of his
It is.
Spec Racer? Yeah.
They have that on their BMW as well.
Hometown pride. It's on Water's hometown, so you know, a lot to be proud of.
Got Randy Bish in here again to ruin some people's days.
There is a very old Lee Moore film about he is an advertising executive who loses his mind, ends up in a loony bin.
It's a good story.
Yes. Is he ends up hiring all the crazy people in the insane asylum to work on advertising, and as a gift, they all get cars. And and he's just going to take the oval. He's just
Yep.
going the long way around.
Yep.
It's
Well,
not
the
even the
non-Joker.
Joker. That's like the Riddler lap.
Like the dead panner.
The straight man lap.
Somebody just banned Derek Steinkamp from that. I don't know who that was, honestly, but sorry. I don't know. I don't know what prompted that, but
Whoa.
I believe that is the Joker, right?
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep, he's taking the Joker lap.
It might be faster in the Jetta, to be honest, because it's a bit less tight corners.
It's definitely faster in the Spec Racer Ford because there's action and no jump.
Oh, is the Joker in real
welcome back,
Rallycross
Derek.
supposed to be? It can be faster or slower. I thought it was always supposed to be slower.
So it depends. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Usually it's faster. Sometimes it's slower. Just to even it out.
Here we go. We've got Amanda Tully. We've got an Anton Levitt. We've got everybody lining up here for this chaotic start. This is going to be fun.
Like
Who says it's going to be chaotic?
Yeah, last time it wasn't that bad actually.
These are near professionals.
It's like Carl Lynn probably has a pretty good livery on whatever he's got.
What's our
We'll check
count?
them out as we get after the start.
Am I miscounting 5 Jettas? I got 5 Jettas here.
I can't count higher than 3, so I can't help with that.
Take your gloves off.
And your shoes. Oh,
No,
wow.
I believe we have 6 Jettas.
3. That's Carl Applegate. Always somebody jumping the start a little bit.
Oh, tisk.
Green flag, green flag.
I don't think there's any penalties.
Oh, it
You might
already
just be able to-
Jetta that got Jetta totally got bished at the start. Just put on its roof.
Go Snicker lazy again. 1, 2. We're just going to clear this out. Oh dear.
Oh, that is impressive.
And Bishop to
Who
third.
was the black
Oh, that was
Jetta?
short.
Totally railroaded.
Say that again.
I am not Jackie Stewart. I did say I was Murray Walker. In fact, I did say I'm Chris Ray. Sorry, but I said at the beginning that I was, the new Murray Walker, and then I looked him up on Wikipedia and discovered that Murray Walker is in fact alive. But he's 96, so I feel like I could take him. Yeah.
Greg Schmidt at the beginning of the race did not go, and everyone else did, and a Spec Racer Ford ran right up underneath him. It was awesome. Jeff Van Stone is currently winning. Jetta, chased by.
Whoa.
He actually just
being
got
chased-
passed by Santiago Iglesias for the lead. For
Yeah.
the lead.
Yeah, and Snicker's a long way behind. Something happened to him.
What happened? I blacked out for a minute and woke up. I heard Snickers. Did you say Snickers?
Are you naked again?
Amanda
You
Tully
implied-
running in the
you
top
implied that I've
5.
been not naked today.
Amanda running 5th.
It's true. Lockdown changes you after a few months.
Hours.
Like
Whatever.
the Garrett Shander undercar. That's a nice little psychedelic paint get up there.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's a nice one actually. Yeah.
That's I
Ooh,
think that's a
drop.
personal.
Oh,
Whoa.
Oh,
that's what you get for
Commentator's
trying to
correct.
pass
and,
me.
oh, and he's on the roof, right? He's on the wheels. He's out of there.
That's right.
That was impressive.
Got to use the curbs to jump over the sign next time.
Everyone does that.
Yeah, I mean,
It's on that big board where they show you the lines, in the place where they do the briefings.
yeah.
Don't
It's,
forget to jump the signs.
yeah. Great.
Tiago's back in first.
If we've contributed nothing else to racing on the internet, we've contributed this. So sorry, everybody.
No apologies, remember?
Yeah.
Oh,
He made a conscious choice to be here, man.
That's right.
Alex Levinson made the rookie No, never lifted.
That's incredible.
With the pole dance.
Amanda throwing her top 5 runaway. No.
The pro choice of keeping his foot in it and put it back on its wheels. Matt Sitko making a run for this one.
Yeah, that's another stylish car. Oh yeah, Sitko only 6 seconds behind the leader.
Shiny and chrome in 34 there.
I was going to go with the mirror from the Matrix, but Shiny and Chrome is probably a little bit more of a timely run.
This is more Mad Max, the Trash Tuesday kind of thing is.
It is.
Corey Dickman in the chat. How you doing, Corey? Was in the first race, bragging about his first DFL of all time. Very nicely done, Corey. That is quite an achievement for a guy who voluntarily races a Camaro. So,
an Amiga.
Omega. He's had an Omega. He's had a Rambler. He's had a Volkswagen 411. He's had a lot of really awful cars. So
I am scheduled to run that. Once we get a race finally out here on the West Coast, I am scheduled to run that.
The Omega.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Wow. He also has a Ford Fairmont that he's been working on lately.
He's been building a Dodge.
Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
Oh, sorry. Yep. Never mind. You're right. Thank you.
Yep. That one I know is super secret. I'm not even supposed to know what it is, so don't spoil it for me.
Cool, the YouTube channel.
That's right. That's right. No spoilers. We know everybody hangs on every word of everything at every number race, so we don't want to ruin the suspense.
Hey, Soggy, you got any bacon? I heard you were dead.
Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that's a good spin.
That was stylish.
That's car 13 there. That was
Sitko.
Santiago. Yep.
Sitko got around him. Matt Sitko is now in first place.
Well,
yeah.
Around him when he's on his
roof. Yeah, you lose a lot of traction.
Oh wow.
It was just got a little aggressive and ditch hooked it at the end of that jump.
That jump is tough. It looks like you've got to get it 100% perfect in the SRF or you're screwed.
It doesn't seem to be very forgiving to the Jettas if you go off to the side.
Super slow-mo as Santiago turns into a fine red mist.
It looks like his car's made of Nerf. You know, it's just like deforming as it and then retains its shape as it goes around.
That would be great, wouldn't it?
Somewhere in here he got hit on the nose.
I like the way he's still accelerating, thinking maybe it's okay.
Your foot in it, never lift.
I think that's the takeaway from this is just never lift.
Ever have the opportunity to read the book, not the movie, but the book, Grace? It is brilliant. And that's actually one of the takeaways from the book.
What was the book?
Stroker Ace. The book is called Stand on It. I'm sorry. It's called Stand on It, a novel by Stroker Ace.
There you go. Is that, that's on par with War and Peace and Dostoevsky, right? Things like that.
Absolutely it is. Except, War and Peace and if we're going to get into Dostoevsky, I prefer The Idiot. I think it's a lot more topical, but Peace
yeah. If ever a book exemplified lemons by the title alone.
Oh man, that's an interesting thing. I'm going to be thinking about that all night now.
There you go. See, this is what we're here for. We're here
to fill up my night.
Intellectual curiosity. That's it. Yeah. Anton switched over to Spec Racer Ford, by the way.
Yes.
Wants to be taking the punishment rather than doling it out, I guess.
But no face.
Oh, what's the Jetta on its roof over there in the corner?
On its roof.
There we go.
He still never
got par there.
Oh, there it is. Oh, and I guess he's got it fixed. Very nice. Yeah,
I like that Randy Bish saw that from half a straight away and knew exactly what he had done.
You've got to give it to him. He's got an eye for
this.
this.
The Jetta looks like it's broken. Oh, the left rear's broken on the Jetta.
You said you had damage off.
There's
but
no
it
damage.
Yeah,
Oh,
look,
it's like
look at the
damaged.
left. I think it's fixed now, but the left rear. Look at it. The left rear is
Oh,
broken.
yeah.
He's riding dirty. He is absolutely riding dirty.
I bet you the
Run
wheels
off in
got
that car.
under the tarmac.
Yes,
And
yes,
it's
I agree.
clipped, yeah.
I agree.
He's got he played
He's gonna do it though.
Yeah.
ID clip before he jumped in.
Somebody,
Here.
somebody help him out.
I wonder if he even knows that he's just sitting there having his simulator going, what the? This piece of crap. Oh my God. oh, and he saves this. Man, that was well done.
That's amazing. We've broken this model so
Broken iRacing.
Oh, nice. I like the out of the box thinking
I'm done
now.
with this.
Oh,
I'm
man.
gonna
Yes.
drag backwards. Well played. I want a slow clap, but I will ruin the audio for this. But this is just
That is what you
yes.
do.
Sure,
That
yes.
is what you
Thinking
do.
outside the box. It's not perfect execution, but it was a good idea.
I think
Randy should hit him again so he can get into the
Yes.
pits.
Yeah,
Knock him-
that's true.
Knock him
Or
back
get out
into,
the track.
into reality. Oh,
we don't care who actually wins, but we do know that Alex Levinson is the real winner tonight.
Yeah, the person who can really, feel like they achieved something today.
This is. Can we get an in car view and just see how awful this is?
Is this going to happen for 14 and a half minutes? Like, that's IOE right there.
Yeah. The listing like it's taking a torpedo at the bow. It's-
This is so great. We broke iRacing. I've never been more proud.
well, we broke in the admin side.
Oh,
So this could be the fix. It could be the fix. No,
Oh,
no.
take it again.
What has happened here?
oh, that is so great.
Whew, deep.
I don't think the driving backwards helped a lot, actually. Was he faster backwards than forwards? I don't know.
Well, he doesn't.
He's spun a lot less. He did, yeah. He was. A lot
Yeah,
more-
that's true.
that is amazing. Okay,
Let's
come on,
not
means
Randy.
sight of the fact that Soggy is somehow in second place, which has never happened in his entire life.
Well, we know how he's accomplishing that. Wow.
Oh, Bish didn't hit him. I'm almost disappointed.
Yeah.
Sure, Bish is too.
I'm not mad.
Oh, somebody just needs to wedge this wedge under Alex's poor car and put him on his roof.
But he's been on the roof and back over, and he's still clipped.
Yeah, he
Right.
needs to stay on his roof and hit the
The
escape
suspension's
button.
broken,
Yeah,
unfortunately. Yeah.
Legacy Muse pointing out Jetta hitting switches. That's
Yes.
fantastic.
Oh man.
Or maybe
Oh.
I'm robo tripping and none of this is real, which is entirely possible as well.
It
Oh,
could
that's Schnicker out of the race, really, isn't it?
Since we're racing on dirt, there's a moonshine reference to some obscure shine exploitation film from the 70s that only me and Phil have ever seen.
Exploitation, huh?
It's a whole genre.
All right.
Moonrunners was actually a film about moonshine runners, and then
What is that?
All you could see was the helmet. That was amazing.
That was perfect.
And what is Randy's solution when all he sees is a helmet?
Never
All right.
lived.
Never lived.
All right, let's get another look at that from the all you can see is the helmet cam.
Oh, who was
Not
that?
a porn
that tried
site.
to run over.
Not a porn.
There it is. There it is. Here comes the helmet. There he is, and floors it. I believe that might have been Santiago.
I think.
Okay, Schnicker. Okay, yeah.
Oh, I just realized I made a porn site joke on the thing I was going to impress my 8-year-old with.
Yep, there you
Oh,
go.
Get the joke. It's fine.
Yeah, but I was going to be a lot of explaining.
I'll explain it to you just fine. Don't worry.
another look of the bullying.
Oh,
Oh,
you know,
David
I
versus Goliath.
Okay.
would say Greg started that fight.
He also went backwards into the upright for the start-finish signpost, which was a good way to go. So press F for Greg Schnicker.
I'm pretty sure if you go backwards into that sign, you don't get into heaven.
I want to see the eye contact they made when he spun him across the hood, right?
This was a real race. There'd be a
Oh, they
middle
never
finger.
made eye contact. I thought they might.
Use the force, Luke.
Yeah, I usually
Ooh.
do my iRacing with a set of VR goggles. I do wish that my head could turn because I'll look and see that kind of stuff.
Right.
I'm always face to face with an automaton that doesn't care about my existence.
The struggle is real.
My marriage.
That's how mine was too. No eye contact.
Can you put the lights off already?
Oh, Anton just gave Sagi the see you later.
Isn't that also how?
Dude, yes.
Oh, they're both on their roof. Recovers.
Amanda,
Oh.
yes, thank you.
And Amanda saves the day.
Always.
To
Yes.
the pits. Oh yes, well done, Soggy. And Amanda back on her.
Wheels, yeah.
It's this kind of camaraderie that makes you happy.
Yes, I was gonna say, where's Bish when you need him? Here he is.
He's coming for Amanda. He
He did
departed
it.
back just to hit her. And he escaped right before so that he could go to
He
the
went
pit.
into the abyss also, I think.
Yeah, I would say so. Is
was it?
Alex Levinson's car still broken? We should check in on there real
Yes.
air.
Oh my god.
It's dirty.
Full yeet, Alex. I think he's starting to figure it out, actually.
Well done. Here's the thing: is he's 14th. That means people are slower than him. Oh wow, that is a great shot.
Yeah, that's the left rear.
That's the one they attached to the bug.
It's like he welded the fast food trays to his rear wheels. Oh, and our leader just
quick.
got
Race leader. Yep.
bad. Alex, well done. Matt's in the pits. Can he hold on to his lead, or will Soggy
Ooh.
take it from him?
It's like Greg
So he
Schmidt.
didn't break his
Greg Snicker is yeah, strong.
We're back to Greg being in. You should record all of this and send it to the iRacing people.
I'm sure they'll be delighted.
Earn review of programming needs work.
It'd literally be like, okay, so G, Schnitger, S, Goebel, N, Sitko, ban all these people. S, Iglesias. Okay, they gotta go. C, Lynn, gone. It's literally, it would be like the SCCA banning all WRX owners for autocrossing their cars after, Subaru taking their warranties away after giving them an SCCA license. That's exactly what it would be.
Isn't there some irony that the main car here is an SCCA class car? I think that's perfect.
It's kind of fun.
What they should be doing.
We could break out the WXC car and just see if people get their real world warranties banned. It'd be perfect.
We've got about 10 minutes left in this race, and Matt is back onto the charge.
Yeah, he's a long way behind.
Yes, he's probably third, but he was putting some distance there. Now Greg's been running a good race, but I think if disaster befalls Greg again,
I think disaster would have to imply that it was a bit more rare.
it's Soggy is still in second.
Yeah, he's holding on.
Is Will?
Well, he got hit by Tully also at some point. Tully kills Craig Schmidt also.
Look at this! This has got to be. Oh, there's all kinds of carnage here. You got Randy involved. Big surprise.
Amanda saw him coming at the
Oh!
He laid in wait with the intention of rolling out there and getting them both.
That is collateral damage on the 58 car.
Amanda Tully won this race. Stole it right out from underneath Alex Levinson right there.
There you go. Well done. She like a cat, she hid off to the side and lashed at their ankles as they walked by.
Yeah, it's picked up 2 places since grid position.
Oh, that! I hope this is the thumbnail. Use this as the thumbnail of the video.
It needs to be a GIF. Actually, you just make that into a GIF. I suck at everything GIF. Holy crap, that's brilliant.
Lead. Yeah.
You've even got number 1 with the clipping in the background.
The cure for getting bished? A lead.
That is
Incredible.
It's poetry.
Oh, he's going over.
I mean, it's just amazing watching these top-class athletes, you know, do what they're good at.
The amount of training that's gone into
Yeah, I mean, just takes your breath away, doesn't it?
it
I have
really does. I
breaking
mean,
news. Breaking and alarming news.
I hate to.
Doggy is winning. Doggy is winning this race right now with 5 minutes left.
I hate to admit this, guys, but I'm crying at the beauty of that.
that could be, if they ever brought back Wide World of Sports, that would be the opener.
Oh, and we see how Soggy is winning.
Your race leader, folks.
He's driving around the jumps.
Cheat to win in this event. There really aren't any rules. It's like
Duncan Miller, it said call the insurance company. They're going to tully the car. It's literally in verb.
Duncan, that pun is bad, and you should feel bad. I know Duncan has better material than
Perfect.
How far behind Soggy is Greg?
29.6 seconds.
All right, with 3 minutes left. This should be
Anton on his roll bar.
It seems like there's a lot of people defending Soggy. So you've got Randy and Amanda out there targeting.
It's true. I feel like what we should be watching now is Bish, because that's what's going to determine who wins the race.
It looks like he's going after Amanda. He's trying to hunt her down.
Oh, yeah, he's got grudges.
He deliberately drove around a wrecked car.
2.
Yeah, it did look.
That's 2 now. Here we.
Oh no! I thought for sure he would have taken that opportunity.
Don't you love it when the chief instigator holds grudges? It's perfect.
Greg and Santiago got tangled up there again, so Greg's been delayed further with 2 minutes left. He could have victory by Soggy. I really chug bacon grease at the pit lane. What will we do?
Look, don't make people do something that they'd want to do anyway, because that actually sounds delicious. I mean,
I'm kind of hungry.
It doesn't even make any sense as a punishment. It's bacon. Let's be honest.
I said chug it in victory lane, like instead of champagne, the milk or whatever.
I'll shake that all over the car and then lick it off. I'm not scared.
This is great.
Yeah, Snicker's dropping further back.
He just blew the jump. Yeah, he nosed in the jump and it went off to the side again. So he's trying to overdrive and he's making some mistakes.
Wow.
Every time we go to Tully, it's just gymnastics.
Yeah, she's busy.
A little help from Carl Applegate there. Thanks, Carl. Nicely done.
Oh, goodness.
It was nice the way he came around the corner, saw she was there, and steered deliberately to help out.
How dare you insinuate that?
There goes Greg's chances of taking a victory from Soggy, so that ain't going to happen.
Yeah.
Soggy just passed him.
Oh, Bish is
Iglesias,
going for
that's Iglesias
there's
5
the
laps
leader.
behind, having been a close 1-2
Maybe they're
before.
playing take out the leader now. We'll see.
Oh, yes, Randy is coming.
God, it's like a cheetah chasing down a gazelle, basically. That's how majestic this is. It's unbelievable.
Oh, this is it's the wonderful world of Mutual of Omaha for auto racing.
I was ready to say tonight on Mutual of Omaha's Wild.
See the young doggy. His only hope for survival is speed. He's in the wrong territory.
How did we get to Australia? What we get to Outback?
He's got a limited set of accents.
No, I'm sorry. I've been ruined every time I think of outdoors. I think of Crocodile Hunter, unfortunately.
Every time I think of Mutual Omaha, I go straight to an Australian accent. There's no doubt about that. Part of all of our childhoods.
Ouch. Massive death everywhere.
You give it Soggy. I mean, he's driving fairly consistently, if slowly.
Yep. Last lap was taking the white flag.
Breathing right now. He's like, wait, what? No, this can't be
Maybe
right.
he'll actually take the jump this lap. One can only hope he'll jump this lap.
So as cheaters go, Soggy is
Yes,
driving.
thank you.
Yes,
Yes,
well done,
redeemed.
right.
Redeemed.
1 second left.
It's gonna take more than
That's incredible.
one
Yeah, the wife here come in to
jump.
take the checkered flag. Well done.
And,
As he blinks out.
let's see if he escapes out for the final lap carnage. All right.
If he had blinked out right there, that would have been like
He's
the
been
best.
oh, as the broken Jetta goes by, dude
Alex
does a wheel,
Levin's car is
does
still
the
broken.
wheelie across the finish
is-
line. Well done.
That is amazing.
Oh, Alex is still just carving pavement, dragging his three-wheeling
Why
Jetta
not?
sideways into the wall.
Why not? Why would?
Is that what that is?
It's a broken Jetta.
Yeah. I mean, it's very Lemons, isn't it? It's like, if something's gone wrong, I definitely can't fix it. I'm just going to keep going.
Just gonna drive in reverse.
Send it. You gotta send it.
Yeah.
Are you silly? Still Dear Lord, that's broken. Like it's is the car broken, or did that car break physics? Like,
I think it's broken physics because damage is off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He broke iRacing.
But how you break the physics and survive and continue to break it through multiple rollovers, I've no idea.
yeah. And how does that broken physics only affect that one car? How bad does God dislike you
True.
that he's decided to curse you and just kill physics on your car alone?
I don't know, but I feel like I have achieved that level in real life many times.
Yeah. It's not me, it's a physics problem.
Oh, and Amanda flips Soggy.
Alex, right? I agree
Apparently
completely.
Soggy blinked out and didn't get the victory because it's showing Matt Sicko is the winner on my screen.
Whoa.
There it is. There it is.
Yep.
Justice. Cheaters never win.
He must have had.
my
He must have
goodness.
had. He must have had penalties for not jumping or something.
That or Steph Schrader pointed out that maybe Soggy was using Daniel App to drive for him.
That's it. That's what it was.
He hired the guy that hired the guy. It's perfect.
Subcontracted that job. Yeah, whatever.
He hired the guy that hired the guy that hired Bubba Wallace, that hired Kyle Larson to. Can we keep going? I think we could keep going.
Maybe.
There's a great post-race battle between Amanda and Alex. The Jetta, not only can it not get any traction, but it can't get under the Spec Racer Ford. Every time he hits her, he goes airborne.
Did I miss anything? I was gone for a few minutes.
Nothing you
That's right. Didn't miss the
Soggy,
Well-
Soggy lost if you didn't
Yeah,
count.
Soggy lost.
Yeah, Soggy did not win.
How did that happen?
I don't know.
I don't know if he had a black flag or if it was.
How did he come second?
Yeah,
Soggy's
I'm not- I don't have an explanation for it. I just see on the screen where he.
Yeah, no.
Absolutely.
Huh.
penalized for straight up cheating.
Organizer's decision is final.
Yeah, but nobody's actually officiating this. I shouldn't say that out loud, should
It's a
I?
computer.
The AI is officiating this, and if Elon has anything to say about it, the AI shall officiate everything going forward.
I know. I'm surprised he didn't go under a tractor trailer.
I, for one, welcome our new insect overlords.
I'd like to remind them that an everything bagel for a major racing organization could be quite useful to them. And
That's exactly right. And how? In the comments, weigh in on who you think was the real winner here, besides all of us.
I feel like everyone who
definitely
wasn't
all
here
of
at
us.
all.
There are tens of thousands not in attendance.
Yeah.
Truly-
I don't know, man. Look in the stands. There's thousands of people waving and looking blank.
Are they wearing their masks? Like seriously, are they wearing their masks?
They're all very close together.
Ouch.
just giving Alex a little chin music. He's going to turn into a hockey match.
I think it might not. Oh, there it went again.
think
I was
it
waiting
just-
for it.
I thought it fixed it there for a
I thought
second.
it did too.
Fixes after this. I would wait.
You know, what I'm secretly hoping is that it's not fixed the next race either.
Right.
What happened is he replaced all the oil in that car with the purple drank, and it's got its lean on. It's been sipping on scissor. Oh, I'm down.
Somebody just tagged me in Discord and said that Soggy racked up 90 seconds worth of penalties for going around.
There we go.
Oh, excellent. He lost.
And
He lost by 5 seconds.
right, it was a good choice.
If he'd gone over it like twice, he wouldn't have.
Yeah,
He would have won by like a second.
I mean, it was a good strategy. It turns out.
That is epic. That's
On a scale of 1 to Soggy's a cheating bastard.
All right. Well, hey, I am alarmingly sober, so if we're gonna do this, I go get something. But like anything while I'm in the kitchen.
Gin and tonic, please.
Absolutely. Bring it right up.
I'm gonna get myself a beer as well, actually.
All right. Well, don't go anywhere if you're in the chat. We got a couple minutes till we move on to the next session. So, boy, how do you sum up what we've wrought upon iRacing tonight?
It's I'm at a loss of words, but that was amazing.
You've seen a lot of iRacing. Is this
Yes. This
novel?
This is incredible. Honestly. I wow. We continue to innovate.
And by innovate, you mean just completely and totally dismantle the
Right.
entire
To the core. Yeah. Oh
That's
yeah.
right.
We're not just the harbingers of doom. We brought the doom. We're implementing doom.
You know, I said it a couple weeks ago that I really thought what we've done with this is taken something that, you know, is not intended for what we're doing with it and made that awesome, which is exactly what we've done with real Lemons Racing, with road racing. So it's totally on our wheelhouse. There we go. There's the phrase.
It's on message. It's totally on.
Yep.
So basically what you're saying is when we do get around to running some Wreckfest, we're going to have to treat that like really seriously.
Yeah, exactly. Like the Indy 500.
Don't you, like, we'll have 14 race stewards and we'll bring Bo Barfield in. We'll get crazy serious with it.
Yeah, we'll have track stewards or corner workers, 2 in a box at every station, looking up and down the track, just like it's a real race. I mean,
You got the ACO and the FIA and just everybody from around the world is online and officiating our
IMSA,
Wreckfest events.
NASCAR.
Let's not get crazy. Let's not get crazy.
Rick James,
Rick James.
R.I.P. Of course.
James.
How about Dave Chappelle playing Prince?
That was great when they played basketball in their regular clothes.
Game blouses.
Shirts versus blouses.
Yeah.
You and your crew versus me in the revolution.
It's like we're
Edwards.
gonna do another race here.
Ate his blueberry pancake.
Little bonus
I'm not kidding.
bonus session.
It really did.
It's We should take a look through the crowd, see what kind of paint we got going on here.
We got a little Donahue Sunoco Porsche tribute there. Is that what that was? McLaren on the back of a Spec Racer. I am sure.
This must all be
I'm sure Zach is really happy about that.
car in the
Whoa.
Jurassic Park. What is going on there? Oh my God! Are those dolls?
Those are mini faces. Well, this is great. It's just everybody's eyes.
It's a tribute to the He-Man character, Man-E-Faces.
Oh, well played, sir. I was trying to make it connect to a Talking Heads reference, but yours is so much better. And there's our wood-paneled Spec Racer. Yes.
Brett Sloman's car. Very well done.
That is good work.
Guinness one looking good too.
Kind of, you know. That was actually a really good-looking race car. What the hell is that doing in there?
Yeah.
There's a few polished turds and lemons. You know that. Nicely, finely honed.
That 85 is a great example of a good Lemons car, like a perfectly executed poor idea.
It's like one of the Japanese turd ball things where they polish it to a mirror finish.
Yes.
Yes. Now, is there a way for me to spectate this race? Is it? Doesn't appear.
There should be.
Yeah.
Actually, probably not because it's already running, so it's.
It should still be on the list though, because
Spectating. It's it's the Trash Tuesdays. Is it the one with 11 or 6?
11.
Should point out the no wheel, no pedal race coming up here in about
4 minutes.
5 or 10 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get in there.
That's what I'm going to watch.
Do we have any saxophones or?
It's pretty tame this week. There's a handful of flight controls. Andrew Benna was planning to do the Top Gear thing that they did when they faced off with the Germans with the top bottom, one person on the pedals, one person on the steering. But I guess he ended up being a little busy. May or may not make it for that. If he does, it'll be great. Now Chris Blizzard has a really old flight yoke and rudder pedals from Microsoft Flight Sim in the late 90s.
Serial or USB?
Probably a serial port, knowing Chris. There's a lot of Xbox controllers, PS4 controllers.
Soggy's going to be doing the Mr. Bean thing.
Yeah, he thinks so. He says it's 90 degrees and very hot in his house, so he may not expend the extra effort as race leader Dave Bryant jumped upside down there. Troy Frew should have the Etch-a-Sketch out, so we'll get you that. I think we have a video of that still if Ryan has it filed away.
Most definitely.
What else do we have? Oh, and Randy Bish is either going to drive with the all-foot controls he has or a set of handicap hand controls from a real car. So hand controls. And a couple of mouse and keyboards for good measure. So.
Now, it's probably not as funny, but a number of years ago, and I still do occasional supercar. As I come off break, I'm walking towards a Lamborghini, and they are strapping in a set of those foot controls for one of the clients, and I am a bit nervous, but I feel bad that I'm nervous because now I'm just being an elitist pig. How dare I think that this person, and I'm playing the game. So this rig that you're setting up in here, I came out of my street car. Okay, what kind of street car is that? He goes, it's a Corvette. I'm really nervous, not because he's handicapped, but because he drives a Corvette, and that's always just a dangerous thing for a student. I hated him for a good reason then, but actually it turned out the guy could really, really drive. He was actually quite talented. The only way to get that Lamborghini, all-wheel drive Lamborghini, quickly around turn 6 at Atlanta Motorsports Park was to just drift it sideways, wrap his hand around the wheel, and spin it like a video game while he just matted the gas with his hand controls. And it was a bit off-putting, but it was kind of fun. He had it down.
God bless you for that.
Anton Lovett mentioning you can't polish a turd, but you can sure roll it in glitter. Very well said, Anton.
If there's anyone that knows anything about rolling a turd in glitter.
Well, Anton, of course, has the most time ever spent making a Chevy Cavalier into a race car. over several generations of them. I think he had 3 different ones, making them fast. So, and they were legitimately fast Chevy Cavaliers.
Say, wait. Did he actually make one fast? Because
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, yeah.
he's the only one.
Yeah.
Congratulations, man. That's not easy.
And reliable.
Yeah, I think it ended up with a which motor? Was it
LS swap?
3.6
No.
out of like a mid 2000s Impala, late 2000s Impala, something with 240 horsepower in a Cavalier.
Because he wanted it to be fast because it was a Cavalier.
And how?
Was he cavalier about it, or did he was he really?
See what he did there.
Yeah.
That's a dad joke, but it's a dad joke for a high school kid.
Oh, I came to the party.
They've got to have some vocabulary. Well done.
I'm gonna need you guys to explain that one to me.
Ooh, good recovery.
The wood paneling gave him an aerodynamic advantage.
I mean, I feel like that's the first time I've seen someone screw up the jump and not crash.
And not die. Yep. Very well done.
I do like the wood grain, man. I'm all in on the wood grain.
I think it helps because if you're trading paint with another car, it's a smoother surface. So you can get past a little bit quicker.
Or really, you can just leave giant splinters in people's tires.
That's where I was gonna go. Yeah, splinter.
You have to
It's like
rub.
the James Bond defending.
You have to rub with the grain, or else.
I think I like the choice of wood as well. It's very kind of 70s cabinet.
My girlfriend looking at me strangely from the other room as I say, "You have to rub it with the grain." Or
I love that you expect any of us to believe that's the weirdest thing you've said to her.
Just like Eric is camming again.
Yep. Make sure you look me up on OnlyFans. I mean, I don't know what that is.
Didn't she find you in the back of a topless Ford Fiesta in freezing Tulsa weather when you stopped and asked for directions?
It was a Ford Festiva, thank you, and that's more or less the story.
It's much classier.
He was with 2 Amish guys to make himself look good.
That's one of them actually has raced in the no pedal, no wheel race. That's Jonathan Lyons, the guy who's raced with the 300ZX climate control guy, was one of the Amish guys in the Festiva. Just to tie it all back together there.
All right, Santiago is not in this race, so he's saying hello, and I'd be rude if I didn't say hello to the Everyone Racers Rally correspondent, Santiago.
Yeah, watermelon covered Spec Racer Ford just got sent way out into the desert there.
This is actually the battle for the lead. There's 4 minutes left in this race. Carl and Jordan are battling 1-2 right here.
What are the odds on them battling to the to the end?
Say we can switch to the no pedal, no wheel race as soon as one of them dies.
Yep.
On that end, so Anton, apparently listening to this, mentioned that motor you were just talking about is now the one in his Volvo, that the one that decided Tenness's victory for the national championship ago because it was the older car. Oh, wow. Right on the roof.
That was not what I was expecting to have happen right there.
Thank God we stayed.
Yep, that was perfect.
Angry spin out into the tires.
Carl carries on despite being dead. Very well done, Carl Vierthaler.
You got to keep trying.
That's right.
Even when you're dead, you never lift.
It just got really quiet.
Carl, I had to look who Carl was. Carl races an Alfa Romeo Spider that's dressed up like an Alpine A210 in really, really amazing way.
A210? What does that look like?
It's like a 60s Alpine. Let's see if I can,
Not the A110.
maybe it was a 110.
But the gorgeous little Renault spin-off thing.
Yep, that's the one. So they took an Alpha Spider, an Alpha Spider, and hammered a bunch of metal into the shape of
Oh, nice.
1960s Renault
Yeah, that's good work.
car.
I've noticed that anyone committed to racing an Alpha in this endurance series there are no half-in Alpha teams. You if you go Alpha, you're either all the way, like BMWs, you can kind of commit. If you're alpha, you're all the way in, or you're just hot.
Well, I mean, BMW, you can race with only one car.
Yes.
Very well said.
Rick, what's the team on the Northeast that raced the Milano for so long? And they actually, over the years, turned it into a reliable and scary fast car. They did really well with it.
The Procrastination guys? Or the Ceremony?
I believe it was a crash. But I remember when we were still running the Honda and E-Class, you'd see that thing come up behind you, and you would deliberately get out of its way, not because you were scared or worried about it, but because you wanted to hear that car accelerate. It sounded so glorious.
Yeah, the Alpha.
Was that the one? Did that one get trashed at Thunder Hill? Or was it?
Yeah.
I remember one of them was involved in a big accident.
I think that was the one that was literally falling apart, and we made them retire it.
No, this was an East Coast car, so I don't think it made it up to Thunder Hill. It was
one of them did, but
it was a black sedan, and it looked like it had just been abandoned, but it sounded.
Yeah.
Was that a Spec Racer Tyrrell sitting on its side back there?
I think it might have. Yeah.
Nice.
Wow, that was an excellent recovery there. But yes, that is.
There's the Alpha.
Lovely. That is
quite impressive.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
That's better than an A1 then.
Yeah.
If you look at the rocker panels,
to potential destruction, that's actually done.
That's a Pebble Beach car.
if you look at the rocker panels, you can see all the rust. You can see the notched edges from how rusty it actually is. But it's been polished. It's been rolled in glitter. So to speak.
Yeah, well,
a bit
the European
like,
car.
I remember Jerry Ringel and the Thunderbird that he fought with forever and ever and put 4 motors in, and was when the car was finally done, it was sheety as hell, and it still couldn't finish a race because weird things would break. Mm-hmm. When he took the guts out of it and put it in the half Aston, just cut the car and mounted it onto the wall of his garage, so it's garage art. That car deserves to be hanging from the rafters of somebody's shop. That is beautiful.
Yeah.
That Alpine Renault, if he puts together a really, really strong patents of nobility for that car, he could take that to Ralph Lauren and make a lot of money. Like,
Yeah.
this is the provenance, man. This thing raced in the Mille Miglia. It's this person won and this happened, and then it ran over Queen Elizabeth back in 1962. And
Yeah.
perfect, man. You can do that in a heartbeat. I want to see Ralph Lauren standing beside that at Pebble Beach, like leaning against it in his Ralph Lauren pose. Like, he just paid $15 million for it. That'd be just the best thing ever.
With Sterling Moss's signature on the side of it.
Yes, all of that.
Exactly. It's wonderful.
I mean, looks like a proper period correct, like, no joke raced car. That's awesome.
It's like one of the best looking cars that came out in the sort of late 60s.
Expect to see that on an episode of Petrolicious.
That's right.
And I'm also incredibly happy that I just got to use patents of nobility in a sentence. It just made my night.
Goals for the week.
Okay, so here we go with the trucks, and there's a variation of an Eddie Van Halen guitar / 70s art project.
Look at the steering on 113. Look at the steering. That is not a person with a wheel.
No. So this is the no pedals. This is the no pedal, no wheel race.
They're both going over. No, they kept it upright.
Whoops. Let me get the.
It's all about the United Colors of Van Halen. Look at that.
That's right. Your steering is either left, right, or neither.
Right. That's amazing.
Oh my God! I thought of the perfect control set. 2 light switches.
So Eric Hesser is using a PS4 controller, setting at his kid's IKEA table, which is painted to look like Road America.
Nice.
I've seen that.
Complete with Legos, toy cars, and breakfast crumbs.
That is wonderful.
He's using the direction buttons, not the analog sticks. There's no way. He's
got Parkinson's.
There's Donnie and there's Donnie and his Wawa themed truck, and that's how we will refer to it for the rest of the race. It is the Wawa truck, Wawa sponsored truck, because that Wawa is Donnie's favorite.
That says Wawa. How could you possibly say Wawa sucks?
See, Christopher Blizzard using an ancient flight yoke and rudder pedals. He says turn-in is about a 1/4 inch of movement on the wheel, and it makes his knees hurt to use the pedals. So that's great.
I'm going to
Dedication.
issue a challenge to, because while you were talking about the perfect controllers, I'm going to issue a challenge to the people watching and participating in this. 4 regular household light switches. One is acceleration, one is braking, one is left, one is right. And you have to operate those 4 household switches, proper combination. I want to see them in a row, mounted on a board.
Yep.
Surely you can do it with 2, because you could do like left and right and accelerate and brake.
You could do it with
But
2.
then you've got a pattern. I want 4. You have to flip one switch
That's
and
gonna
then
be so
back
bad.
and make things happen.
Yeah, true. Although I like the idea of having 2 and watching them going down the straight.
I mean, do you want 4 with someone standing in front of that person playing the shell game with the light switches?
Here we have
multiple
our
times during the race?
Oh,
Troy using
that is
the
a
Etch-a-Sketch.
great evolution. That is a great evolution. You have your 4 control switches, then you have 4 more switches that assign those switches, and you hand that to your toddler. Just let them flip it as they see fit.
Perfect.
Toddlers were sitting on the floor going, Body crash!
Troy keeping it smooth
Incidentally-
with the Etch-a-Sketch.
It unfortunately didn't work out with all the virus, but Donnie and I had worked out a plan to finally get you guys your driving fist. We had the vehicle picked out. It was going to do a Lemons alley, and then we were going to turn it into a fist. We had it all figured out, but
Was it the Cimarron or was it something else?
oh God, dear God, no. The Cimarron can never be made. I begged, he wanted to race it, and I begged him not to, and thank God he didn't. He pulled it. I fell in love with that Cimarron
What?
rally.
Are you?
Cimarron is a wonderful vehicle.
All right then.
Wait, is that the caddy that zigged?
No, that's the Cata-
Oh, dear God, no. This is the caddy that was the Cavalier.
Okay, I'm there.
It's a Hyatt Budsby racing with an Xbox controller that he's for some reason put a giant stick into as the yoke. I don't know, the touchpad, whatever you want to call it.
A thumb screw. They had the thumb pads.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah, but this one seemed to have like a piece of wooden dowel sticking out of it, as far as I could see.
The thumbs would be too easy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's a terrible picture, by the way.
It was deliberate. I'm just gonna go ahead and put that out there.
He's both very excited to be a part of this race. He's also going to disappoint a lot
Pizza
of people.
Planet. I just
He's
noticed
obviously
that
very
finally.
excited.
The Pizza
Pretty sure
Planet.
Patrick.
And ICB root beer. Oh man. Wow. Being
So
from
we've-
Illinois, I can appreciate that.
Fred was asking if a controller would count if he just blindfolded his 10-year-old and yelled at him.
We've done
That
it
would be
with
amazing.
Yeah.
I feel bad
I
for
think
the
a 10-year-old
10-year-old
would
though.
work because once they get into teenage years, they just don't care. Whatever.
Nobody isolate that sentence, please.
Cimarron was a Chevy Citation, not a Cavalier. Sir, you are so wrong.
Correct. That is.
I spent 1,000 miles, and I assure you, the back seat of that Cimarron was Cavalier.
It was a J body. You are correct.
Yeah. And if you can doubt me all you want, but I will turn you over to my local GM expert, Dr. Florida Man, correct you.
Mike Gow racing with a mouse.
Yes,
And look
mouse
at
driving.
It's the best driving I've seen all night in this race.
Alarmingly so.
There's a lot of Xbox controllers.
The Pepto sponsored Pro Truck.
That's right. Tyler Stowe. There's Soggy in the Killer Zombie painted car. It's
I
great.
believe that is a dong underneath his number.
You need to go to the doctor.
I don't see it. Oh, I do see it. Yep.
Totally there.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be the actual Killer Zombie had antennae with balls on the end, so it's supposed to be.
Fair.
About your spirit knowledge.
There you go.
I first got this all kicked off. I bought an iRacing computer, but I didn't have a set of wheels and pedals, and I actually did attempt to do a race with a mouse, and I think 100 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was doing it with VR goggles, so I made myself nauseous.
Yeah, I believe Tom Pyrak doesn't have a bicycle set up this week. He does have an SNES controller where it gets stuck and won't go left.
Those are binary as well. Look at the steering wheel. There's no degrees of movement there.
It's all or nothing. Yep, looking great.
You know, I've owned several cars in the real world that were like that. This car won't turn left. I'm only going to be able to go around the block.
Yeah.
Eric Strawn points out that the Citation was worse than the J-Body. I don't think anybody was arguing that.
I mean, in the kingdom of the blind.
Difference was the Citation because the Citation was the family sedan.
Oof.
The Cavalier because you had the Z24 motif on it, or even the sporty baseline version. I forget what that was called. That was the hairdresser car of choice between that and the V6 Mustang. It was what all of your local hairstylists.
Derek,
Those of you who didn't go to high school in the 80s.
or the 90s if you were in the Midwest.
We actually had
fair enough.
with dual controls at our high school for driver's ed, and then we had one 1974 Gran Torino.
Whatever the hell was flicking of the stick going on there. Never
We might
lived.
need a replay of that from inside.
That was an incredible amount of flicking of the
Yeah,
stick.
I know. Derek, points for trying. Like he's probably sweating right there.
Here's a replay.
Just all this left-right motion.
I mean, the good news is after this race, you don't really need to go to the gym tomorrow. You're going to need a little time, a little recovery time.
Yes.
I knew what was happening there.
A lot of flicking of the stick.
Let's just hope that all of these folks are in full motion sensor.
Well, if
Did you guys see the video of the sports car driver? I can't remember his name for the life of me. Ricky Taylor, I think it was. He was in his motion sim and actually flipped it over.
Oh, it was
Wow.
Jordan. I think, that was
Jordan Taylor, yeah, thank you.
Wow.
Yep.
I actually raced against Jordan and Ricky a kart race last year in Orlando, Florida.
Wow.
On that race.
It was
It's brutal.
It was the 24 hours of Orlando, and for as big a deal as they are, they were just annoyingly polite and charming and approachable.
Those people are the worst.
I know. I wanted to hate them, like, oh, you famous race car drivers, and they were just so nice, and they were like, oh no, they would show you, no, try this corner, do this.
Yeah, people who are really good at things and really nice about it are first up against the wall in my book.
Yeah.
And how? Can we get a ride along with Car 36 with Sagi if he's actually going anywhere? Who's that?
There's
Probably
Don,
carefully counting his penalties now.
exactly. Donnie and his Wawa truck.
That's okay. So Sagi is driving with a Mr. Bean setup with the ropes on the controls, with about 6 feet of slack and a broom on the pedals.
Looking at this, I feel like I believe him.
Yeah, I think that's
Broom on the pedals? What the?
Yeah, have you ever seen the Mr. Bean skit where he drives
He
his
drove
own
from the roof of the car.
car? Yeah.
He's dealing
so
with an
the-
additional handicap because he lives out in the middle of nowhere, Pennsylvania,
Yeah, so he
and
had
his internet is terrible.
That's
I don't know if
incredible.
that'll make a huge difference.
He disappeared a lot of that last race. I feel like he's gonna pull him here.
how fitting that Mental disappears mid-sentence, as he said.
While missing someone else's internet.
Exactly.
Perfect.
The wife's rewatching Tiger King again.
Oh,
Guitar Hero is a good idea. That was mentioned on the Facebook
Yes.
group, wasn't it?
yes,
Yeah.
Is
that's
it
been
just
done.
straight?
It was so amazing.
Is it HCI device on USB? Because you probably could get it to work.
Yep.
Yeah, it has been.
it-
The team that's used
Yeah.
it so far. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm behind
There's
the
been
times
a,
here.
there's been a drum set used, I think, too.
Yeah, they
Okay, yeah. Sorry, I'm not up with current race technology.
Did they use it or did they get it? Have they used it yet? I don't think they've used the drum set
the
yet.
drums haven't worked yet, no. But they have to use the guitar.
How do the drums work? You just keep going in order to go faster.
Yeah, you just keep hitting them.
I guess you have to do a drum roll constantly.
It feels like it would definitely be one of those Mad Max war or vehicles, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah. Any new ridiculous controllers this week? Nothing ridiculous.
It's not as ridiculous as it has been.
No.
Yeah. Still
There's no
plenty
edge sketches or silly putty or anything like that being used.
This is the curse when you get really, and people mock Lemons a lot, but there are some very intelligent folks. My first Lemons race was in 2007 at Altamont. You didn't even have to have a roll cage. You could use a stock seat and a 3-point seat belt. You had to have a racing suit, but you didn't have to have gloves, closed-face helmet, or shoes. And I've talked to Jay about this, and his whole thing was he was deliberately trying to not make this a race, but people got fast anyway.
Yeah.
Damn them.
The same thing's going to happen here. I'm going to make this silly, but no, everyone's going to be fast and good.
All right. Looks like we're.
How do we turn Play-Doh into a controller? Like, how can we actually use Play-Doh?
How would you?
Play-Doh
How would you?
conducts electricity, so it's some manner of using it as a conductor between other things. I'm not an electrical engineer or really any good with electricity except for it shocking myself every once in a while.
If you like really mixed up Play-Doh with like a lot of mercury, could you do that?
I don't know.
All right.
That's a
Here we
Phil
go.
question.
3, 2, 1. Green flag.
Or not?
Oh,
Maybe.
Hey, there we go. Pepto Bismol car's out of here.
What in the world?
there's the green flag. This is the timer went to 0.
Oh, that is. Oh, and we've got carnage at the start-finish line.
Ouch.
Oh, that is what we wanted. That is Lemons Racing. More carnage into turn 1. Oh, this is
What happened? They're also
carnage
great
into.
in practice.
Oh, this is so wonderful. There's only
finally
3
happened.
cars that have made it through this.
You're not supposed to be over there.
the one that jumped to start.
Yeah. Yep.
There's a
Oh, and
chassis.
Donnie's Wawa truck isn't moving anywhere.
No, he reset. So I think their leader is going to be Hyatt Busby right here, but I could be wrong.
Oh, that was a great start. That was the best racing standing start that's ever
Yeah,
happened.
we'll go back
That
and
was
look at that again. That
marvelous
was
in so
amazing.
many ways.
The history of motor racing.
The total land rush style. Just we can win. We're not even going to get to turn 1 to win the race. We're going to win it right here at the start finish.
Contact before they cross the start finish line. That is so beautiful.
It's very NASCAR. Very NASCAR of them.
I know Chris Ray has to leave us. Thank you so much for joining us, Chris, and we're going to
Thank you, Chris.
here with this replay. So we'll have you back soon.
Yeah, it was great fun. I'm going to go and eat my dinner.
Oh, enjoy.
Hey, well, don't forget to stop by. And
That's us testing a green, white checker standing start.
That's right. That's exactly what that was.
it's a consolation prize. Don't forget to go by and get your version of the home game of iRacing.
Dear Lord, yeah.
It sounds to me like Judge Phil has joined us just in time. How you doing, Phil?
Microphone's off, so
I'm
he's just.
sorry, I'm here. Sorry, I was getting set up. Hey guys, this looks like a fine race already. It looks like all the steering controls are left, center, right, and that's that.
Pretty much.
Some of them might not even be that, to be honest.
So I've been kind of busy, so I haven't had a chance to look at radical new controllers we're using. What are the highlights?
There really aren't any tonight. I don't think there really.
No,
It's just a
no
bunch of
major.
video game controls.
Yeah,
I think Randy Bish is using an actual set of handicap hand controls. Troy Frew's got the Etch-a-Sketch out, which is fantastic, and lots of flight sim setups.
Yes.
Okay, well that's something. So we still don't have the 2x4 covered with nails, touching nails together.
Not
It's
yet.
an interesting idea.
Disappointing.
I know.
Or the complete Dodge Dynasty with the entire car used as a controller. Because what
That
better
would be
use would there be for a Dodge Dynasty? I'm going to get a Dodge Dynasty and do just that. You know, you can put it up on jack stands, rig up sensors on the steering rack, so you're actually turning the real steering wheel and steering mechanism, and and all that, and the loose tie rod ends and everything else on a Dynasty. And
Perfect.
I'm sure they're not drive-by-wire, but you could rig something up to make the throttle work. And then you could have the Dynasty AM/FM auto stop cassette, for listening to sounds. It'd be great. Have a monitor just taped to the windshield.
Ooh, there we go. Now there's an excellent idea for another controller. I want to start out a second challenge. Someone get either an R cassette player or one of the old school Radio Shack to carry around cassette players, and those are your controls. Play is obviously go, stop is your brake. You have to rewire a cassette player, and bonus points if the cassette player still works and plays terrible music.
I mean, actually, another interesting idea would be to take an old boombox and wire up the graphic equalizer to be like accelerator and steering.
We had a driver,
one and two.
Jonathan Lyons, that used climate. Here's a picture of his climate control unit he was using.
That's wonderful. Yes.
Yes.
Why do we not have more of that?
Chrysler sound systems of the late 80s through, well, I'm going to say like 2010, had a joystick for the left-right fader front-back speaker control. You actually used a joystick to determine where in the car you wanted your incredibly high-quality sound to come from.
I do remember that, because that was the same.
Pinpoint.
No, they did those until really late. I mean, well into the 21st century, because it was so good.
It was the same era of the robo voice. The door is open.
Put on your seatbelt.
Well, actually, I'm quite knowledgeable about that hardware, and nobody measures up to Nissan's late 70s, early 80s talking, what are they called, the voice warning announcement that was done with a tiny phonograph record. I've got about a dozen or maybe 24 of those units. But Chrysler had a digitized one as early as like 84, and I've got a couple of those too. Actually, if I could find it, somebody hacked that hardware and found a way to play little songs with "Your oil pressure is critical." Let me see if I can find that, and I'll send it to you in the chat, and you can share it with everybody.
I'm being pestered.
The door is ajar. Was that Nissan?
No, the Nissan, it was a breathy, sort of sexy voice saying,
Yes, I do remember that. The 240
Chrysler was the door is ajar, which led to generations of occupants of those cars saying, "Well, what does that mean?"
To me, that's the MG Maestro. That was the expensive car in the UK that had those talking things.
Well, that's kind of like the Dodge Dynasty, actually. It's kind of the Dodge Dynasty of Britain, I think. I mean, were they kind of a laughing stock within 5 years of coming out?
Yeah.
Okay, then. But did they have...
Or maybe minus 3 years.
Were they kind of aspiring to be somewhat luxurious and like molded in fake stitching in the plastic and all that?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they had like a Van den Pla one.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. The voice may have only been the Van den Pla one, now I think about it.
Well, I don't know if there was a Brougham Dynasty, but there certainly was a Landau, and I think they had a Walter P. Chrysler edition, which actually had chrome Walter P. Chrysler genitalia as a hood ornament.
That's how you know you really made it.
We've got some carnage coming off the jump here. There was a lot of damage.
Tom Irek asking in the chat while he's racing where pit lane is, because
That's great. We should have that at real races, like chat.
And Soggy just found a way. He actually goes over the jump, but now he's cheating by cutting the next corner after the jump, going through the pavement. We'll see
He's
how many
got a whole
penalties-
system here. Like, he's
really
going for
does.
time points.
Oh, in the realm of controllers, I'm being pestered via text. What if someone took a real car, an actual car, and then using their sensor controllers and put a monitor at the end of their hood, did that in iRacing? Would that qualify? He's got a steering sensor out of his car for repair. He figured he could wire it up.
yes, that'd be fine.
Hey,
Yeah.
All right, well, there you go. Now, does it matter if it's a BMW? Because it feels cheaty to me.
No,
Is it an E30?
if they're gonna do it with
36, actually, yes.
I dare him to do it because, quite honestly, if it's a BMW, it's not going to last through a 24-minute race, so we're fine.
Makes me think, actually, I wonder how much driving you could do through iDrive.
Ooh, iDrive.
I mean, it's got a wheel.
Actually, I want to use the Audi A8 kind of origami-based pop-up touchscreen from like 2003. It goes through about 6 different corners. All of the mechanisms for those broke right away, so they're all just jammed in the dash at every A8 at the junkyard, and they're easy to find. You could probably get one to work again. I mean, not all of it, but so it pops up, does a couple of U-turns. There are probably 15 different servos in it, and lots of stepper motors. It's a nice big screen for 2002 or whatever. I mean, Audi A8s show up in the junkyard. I mean, even S8s show up at I don't know. Right now they're mostly like 2006, 2004. So you could definitely get some super complicated ass Audi displays for using in that, and they combine with an iDrive knob, which I'm sure is also pretty easy to get. How about that Toyota joystick that they were using in the LSs of, I don't know, like mid to late 2000s? There's like this really janky joystick that you're supposed to use. It's like iDrive, but even more difficult.
I would have to insist, though, that the iDrive, you have to select accelerator and push accelerator, and then you have to hit it
to scroll through 15 menus
and select brakes, and then
it's like warning, this may be dangerous.
Setting the radio, like your radio channel on the iDrive or on the Mercedes equivalent, which is called something with 50 syllables. You gotta go drill down through like 30 menus, and it's very German. And like
perfectly simple menus. I don't know how you can't understand it.
Well, and they're all translated rather affordably from German too, because as anybody in Germany will tell you, English and German have the same ancestry, so really you shouldn't have to translate. So yeah, I've kind of mentioned that a few times in my reviews of high-end German cars, and they're like, yes, but it is very complete. This is documentation, and it is. I mean, if you printed the thing out, it'd be about the size of a set of encyclopedias.
Yeah, it's definitely correct.
Well, not. Yeah, the language isn't, since it's poorly translated to English, but into English from German, via Belarusian.
Mm-hmm. Should point out, by the way, that Chris Blizzard in his first Lemons iRacing.
Oh yeah,
Blizzard there.
30-second lead.
And he's being contested by some back markers here as he's coming around. Who's that with him? The Logitech. We're not.
That's great.
Oh, there he goes, and he's going around.
He saved it almost.
I'm just. Oh!
By the way, if somebody can send me the link to this video I need to go to, that would be great. Because I'm looking at the YouTube, which is like 30 seconds behind. It's sort of like driving your A8, where the screen doesn't pop out.
I don't think you're missing a lot.
No, maybe not. All right, something just happened. Thank you.
Blizzard is doing suspiciously well.
Indeed.
Well, he is.
You know what I bet it is I bet his 8-year-old son Ben is doing it. He's probably
Chris is a software industry professional too, so he might be outsourcing all of this.
He's got a team.
It's actually all AI.
No, it's a whole shop in the Philippines.
Exactly. He's got a team of H1 visas in his basement. That's their job, is to program this computer.
They're way more expensive. You just get the ones that are actually, in the other country.
You thought
I'm an H1.
You're breathing our air? You're breathing our air!
I see I'm not H1
And more offensive. I'm impressed.
I hope you brought air with you, Mr. Foreigner, because this is our air, and you're
I am
breathing.
no longer H1. I am now as American as GoFundMe's for medical expenses.
Oh, that's pretty American.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, but we have freedom here, so don't you knock it.
Ever hear the joke about the two foreigners that decide they have a contest of who's going to be the most American in a year? They meet up at the McDonald's a year later, and the first one walks in and goes, well, I got to pop over to Walmart, get a case of beer before we go down to a juniors T-ball game. How you doing? The other guy looks and goes, F you, foreigner.
I thought you were going to say the other guy's been in McDonald's for the whole year.
Right.
Waiting for the milk.
It's a longer version of that joke, but we're trying to do this. Oh, Tyler! Oh, Tyler Stank tries to
Felt like he was going to
hold
save it.
It really
There's just an upside down truck spinning its wheels, yeah.
That was a beautiful Joey Chitwood moment right there. That was just great.
Actually, I kind of got to get going in a little bit because I'm writing about a Pontiac Aztec, a very important piece of journalism that I'm doing here.
Can you give us some spoilers?
The Aztec was very popular here in Colorado. I mean, you still see quite a few. It's good for camping, It's a good camp mobile.
There's no real camp near you.
They have a tent, No, the concept was kind of sound. It was just ugly and made by GM, but it wasn't made by Chrysler, so it had that going for it. I like how when you see the crash and just in the foreground, there's a couple of upside down trucks just sort of spewing dirt randomly.
I like Tyler's paint scheme, by the way, which on the door says, "I forgot to design a paint scheme."
Oh, there you go.
Well done, Tyler. Own it.
With the frowny face on the hood.
I had a friend of mine who he left the military and he wanted to be a stand-up comedian. He bought a brand new Pontiac Aztec.
Good start.
Exactly. Actually, he had an entire bit about how he was going to be on an episode of Cribs, and it was all his Pontiac Aztec. The driver's seat, this is the office, is where I'm making the $1 million deals, and his passenger seat, which was perpetually covered in ramen noodles. This is the kitchen.
A Central special come out.
After a year, he had
really
100,000 miles on his Aztec, and he was $5,000 poorer than when he started, so he decided that was not the industry for him.
Well, actually, I thought I was going to make a living as a performance artist when I got out of college, and I became a lemons judge, just kind of like that.
Yeah, I was going to say.
But on a more serious note, if you want a Pontiac Aztec, but you're a little too classy for the Aztec, the Buick Rendezvous is for you because it's the same car, even classier, and they're amazingly affordable. Well, they're not. No, that's the wrong word because they're not amazingly affordable. They're exactly as affordable as you'd expect. But given how much luxury they have, I mean, they've got the exact same, back projection, the heads-up display as the Corvette of that area. And it's the exact same quality level. And
did you see that, by the way?
Camaraderie, right there.
If you don't have a grandparent who's dying soon, you have no chance of finding one.
No, there are all kinds of rendezvous out there. You see them all the time. You just don't notice them because they're not particularly hideous. They took a lesson from the Aztec and hideatized. I don't know what the word would be. They made them less ugly. But they're the same thing.
Soggy is so intent on cutting that corner that he just smashed into 2 parked trucks that were blocking his shortcut. He is racking up penalties.
Because he knows he gets 3 seconds of time when he needs, another 2.
I just want to point out that last interaction, Hyatt Busby blew the corner to get a truck unstuck and then got himself stuck, and then the car he got unstuck him again.
This is nice.
That's great.
Ice cold beer stuck in jail. Look at that. Oh, you can actually hit the bucket truck here, the lift truck. Hit it.
Cameraman be dead.
Oh, he's out.
All right, I said I was really going to leave when the wife shouted at me, and that's happened.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, Chris. That was
Hey, guys.
magnificent.
And Soggy's skipping the jump again, too. And to genuinely like some.
It's like Chris Blizzard's put a lap on everybody. Look at him.
Yep.
He's a good driver in real life, which doesn't always translate here. Actually, never does. But things happen.
Pretty impressive. If he's driving with flight sim controls, he's using rudder pedals as the steering.
It's his 9-year-old son driving. Come on, gotta be. I mean,
And his 9-year-old son is doing it on an iPhone, going, "Ugh, this is so lame."
that kid wouldn't. He wouldn't do that. He never claims things are lame. He's a pretty optimistic kid.
He's a big Lemons fan too.
Yeah. He's always welcome at the race.
Poor
I mean,
kid.
imagine being a kid growing up in Lemons culture. I mean, he's one of them. He's the Lemons generation. And then of course you got Mary Harris and Chris Champion's kids who, from infancy, have been coming to Lemons.
Absolutely, yeah.
To them, it's totally normal. This is just what life is. So you got to figure things are going to be interesting for them when they get older, if they're not already.
They're going to be 10 years old before they realize that not everyone has a family of 50 or so oddball racers that they meet.
And one of them already pretty close to 10 years old. I mean, if not 10 years old. So Well, he's not quite there, but I mean, yeah, it's definitely getting to the point where they're going to have some explaining to do, to their peers, like about why they are the way they are. But that's what every kid has to do, so why not?
That's
But
They have a legitimate reason to have to explain. Other than it's not just your family's a little off. It's like your family travels the country to go to these goofy races, where people praise what the cool people do.
I remember when
influenced by you, Phil. Of course.
Mary was pregnant with the second one, so she couldn't race, but she was at Barber carrying the older one, and he needs a change, and she literally just looks around, finds the nearest race trailer, sets him on an open flatbed trailer, and starts changing his diaper. Whoever's trailer was like, "Hey, Mary, how's it going?" Hey, yeah, it's
I don't see why that would be a problem. Much more unsanitary things happen every 10 feet at a Lemons race. So. And Mary knows how to wash her hands and stuff because she is a medical professional.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so there you go. We actually got a lot of medical professionals in Lemons, and we've had people get stitched up by off-duty medical personnel in the paddock.
That definitely has never happened.
You're right, that's never happened.
Yes, if you're an insurance person listening to this, I'm going to say right now that no one has ever been injured.
Did anybody sue us over all the things that were not true that we said at the last race? I don't think so, not yet. I guess it takes a while to get the lawsuit going.
Like 2 days to get that paperwork
Yeah,
together. We have to go
I
back
feel
and
like-
watch it a few times.
Like anyone that deliberately shows up at a Lemons race as a spectator or a participant is just not lawsuit people.
We hope so. I mean, Malcolm Bricklin never got around to suing me after I wrote that he may have scammed the province of New Brunswick out of money to build the SV1. I had a whole bunch of ominous letters from his lawyers and all that. I said, yeah, I'll retract everything I said if I can have an exclusive interview with Malcolm where we talk about nothing but the Bricklin SV1, and that's the last I heard.
Riding along with Troy Frew here, driving with the Etch-a-Sketch controller he's made, and he's got that thing pretty much figured out, I think. But
well, he is using an Arduino instead of like an '87 Toyota Tercel computer carburetor brain.
Damn, he's smooth.
We were having a conversation about that on the show about Etch-a-Sketch, and Jeff and I were both of the ones that, as we were 3/4 of the way through our perfect picture, we would forget which way was up or left and completely ruin whatever it was we were doing.
That was the thing with, remember Light Bright? Are you guys old enough to remember Light Bright?
I love me some
that was
Light
where you were poking the little glowing plastic things through black construction paper, and if you screwed up, it was permanent.
Troy's post-race telemetry.
Oh, it is. He's really not. It looks like very small control inputs are needed for the Etch-a-Sketch controller.
Yeah, you can see where he made that mistake in turn 4 right there.
And what's happening here? It looks like. Oh yeah, they've merged.
Car.
Oh, wait, no, we got a helper here. There you go.
I was gonna say, what was the ship that the Navy tried to transport using Einstein principles and merged people into the bodywork? The Philadelphia experiment. The helper is now trapped in the pits.
Look at that.
Monster trucked it over there. There we go. That's some wicked air.
So you should be able to hit the spectators with this. I mean, I'm just saying that should make that possible.
That's that. Look at that.
Wow.
That needs some parts. That was some. That's some Howard Dean level action right there.
As the two cars are coming, if you had fireworks explode at the moment he hit the apex, there we go. There we go. Hit it and ow.
That's fantastic.
I think we might have to. If Steph starts complaining about Barbara anymore, we might have to just auto translate everything she does into Portuguese. Can we do that?
Probably.
Okay.
She's
kind of a broken record on the subject. I think she's blaming a track for something that wasn't the track's fault.
she's defensive about all the dong and cheese on her hard drive.
Well, no, dong never bothers her.
Oh. He
smokes a tire.
Oh, look at this, man. This is real racing.
Proper. That's how you drive one of those stadium trucks. Nice.
Remember earlier when I mentioned that Tom Pyrek's SNES controller gets stuck going in direction?
Nice.
Got it.
You know, if we could only do DUI, telepresence, Crown Vic racing.
There it is. So it wouldn't go left anymore. So he just
Okay,
chose.
so the neighborhood trolley.
All right, so it looks like Chris Blizzard here has managed. Did you take the checker? You got 30 seconds.
Our way out here. Yep.
Christopher Blizzard running strong. In second, yeah, let's see. Third, it's Florida Man Donnie in that Wawa powered truck of his. That's
Is it a wah pedal?
no.
I wish it was a wah pedal.
Yes.
Whoa, he hit 88 miles an hour for a second
convenience
there.
store in places where I don't live. Yes.
Exactly. He loves Wawa. Wawa.
Actually, we have here in Colorado. We have Come and Go. KUM.
Yes.
Saw
Yeah.
Nebraska and Iowa when I lived there.
Do they have Come and Goes there too?
And they
Missouri, Oklahoma.
Final lap.
on purpose. That was unsettling. The first
I never saw one until I came to Colorado.
Yeah. I moved to Nebraska in 1991 and saw my first Come and Go, and I'm like, this is a joke, right? And they were everywhere. I'm like, okay. People obviously never grew up reading Penthouse Forum. Creative spelling for that
I think
particular.
only people in jail read that, actually.
Well, now when you've got the internet, but back in our day, when
Back in those days, especially.
you had to steal your old man magazines, that was how you got porn.
Well, I mean, I've
No
heard that
win
one of the
for
things that
Chris
makes America
Blizzard.
weak now is that you don't have to shoplift porn anymore. So kids don't learn how to be resourceful. They just go on the internet. It used to, yeah.
Makes
That was
absolutely
actually Dan
valid.
Savage that came up with that idea, the columnist who uses Ann Lander's old desk. Wawa sucks. I see. It's not just Wawa. It's not an ode to Wawa. It's an anti-Wawa propaganda.
No. For the endurance of this broadcast, it is the I Love Wawa truck. We will not mention the other convenience store that he has on there because he doesn't like that one. He loves
you can't
Wawa.
get sued for saying something negative about a convenience store in a race broadcast.
I don't care about that. I like to irritate Dr. Florida Man Donnie.
We're into the destruction derby portion. This is Chris Blizzard.
It doesn't look much different from the race portion, to be honest.
You did give them stadium trucks with damage off. You kind of asked for that.
Well, yeah, of course.
So Blizzard
Matt
won it,
Sitko,
right?
Blizzard won it. Matt
no
Sitko got second.
Now that they need to hit each other, though, there's pinpoint precision with the controls. Until now, chaos.
Oh, Soggy just
But
came
now
through there
it's
like a
oh, yeah, that's
missile.
easy to drive.
Soggy just came through that thing like he was hunting a scud.
Well, that was some
Brilliant.
air right there.
And Sitko does. Sitko's going to get a full.
That's pretty good.
Sitko gets a full launch. Good chance. Do the replay on Sitko. He just had a great one too.
Like, everybody here would have been dead 8 times by now.
Oh, you should have been here for the Spec Racer Ford event. It was wonderful. Here we go. Watch Sitko. Gets a full head of steam.
He's got the audience eating out of their hands.
Are we in
They all got
India?
their cell phones.
No, I'm
Here it
saying we're in
comes.
a Cheech and Chong movie.
All right, it's coming through. Goes through the barriers. Do
They don't
believe
seem
he is
like solid.
88 miles an hour.
Okay.
And with
that's
a
very
twist and a full backflip.
Does he land on his wheels, though? Well, sort of.
Never
Briefly. Yeah. No, he hasn't lifted.
For all you BMXers, that's a double-decade, full knacky, whatever.
Go to the emergency room, yes.
And it's it on the wheels. Well done, Matt.
Duck the landing.
We should,
Scores from the chat.
we should give an award for just best crash. Best,
I think Amanda Tooley's earlier one is probably pinnacle, but that was top
Yes.
3. Yeah.
It's like a whole lot of turtles all now stuck on their back. They're just-
well, someone
on,
can hit
Randy.
you
We
when
need
you're on your
Randy to
back,
go
and that
take care of
solves
that.
everything.
I don't think there's many trucks left not on their back.
Whew. Wow.
Shh. very, very quiet.
Oh, he's trying
courteous.
to off.
He's
Well, we're
so
going to be
courteous.
hypnotized by this.
All right, Blizzard is stuck on the wall. He's not going anywhere. It's Randy. Randy is one of the few survivors, and he's walking around picking off the weaker people.
Well, if somebody could set up as a ramp to, hit Blizzard's, truck from the air, that might. Well, actually, that would just drive it deeper into the not the track area.
All right, Randy's got a good head of steam. Who's he going to hit? And he goes through the barriers. He's up on the high ovals, coming
Soon pull
around.
off a flawless flying Lotus.
Shit's getting way too complicated for me.
He'd be going for Chris Blizzard. He might be coming all the way around the track. He's coming to the backside. He's going to get Chris off that wall because that's who Randy is. That's what he's going to do. He's going to do it at max.
I like that he's found the way all the way around.
88 miles an hour, 99, 100 miles an hour, and wham! At 99 miles an hour.
Well, he's off,
But
he's on the wrong side now. Can you get over that?
Gotta go back. He'll just turn around and go back.
Well, he's at least not hung up on the wall.
Well done, Randy. I was telling the guys before you got here, Phil, Randy's You Drink or You Donate, We Drink charity is raised almost $2,700. So
Wow.
Well done. Well done.
All of that money is being used for liver repair for the people who have participated in such.
Well, he could just drink Pruno, which is pretty low alcohol. Why doesn't he make his own Pruno?
if you're interested in being a stunt liver for a Lemons race on a Thursday, get a hold of Randy Bish. All you do is you get anyone to donate to any charity, and you do a shot for every donation.
A shot of toilet brewed. Actually, brewed in
That's what wine on your bingo card. Check that off now.
I think brewed in the spare tire well of your Dodge Dynasty.
Wow, that's oddly specific.
Dodge Dynasty, yeah, as we say, the Dodge Dynasty is one of the cars we most want to see in a Lemons race. So,
We're a big fan of the electronic era of Chrysler. So which Dodge Dynasty? Because there was...
Well, actually, I think other than a digital dash, I think the Dynasties didn't talk. That was a little... Although, you know what, the Chrysler version, there was briefly the New Yorker...
But that's what it was. I had it was the vinyl roofed, button leather New Yorker that the kid had.
Well, I mean, I think leather is a generous way of describing it. It was a petrochemical-based leather simulation. Corinthian leather actually was leather in the sense that it was formerly the skin of an animal. I think possum.
Formerly of a Corinthian.
It was very soft, simple. And in fact, everyone keeps talking about rich Corinthian leather. Ricardo Montalban actually says soft. Because that's the whole point of Corinthian leather is it's not quite as soft as fine, Michigan vinyl, but it's pretty soft. And it goes either possums or nutrias.
It's not quite as soft as, let's say, Tupperware, but
Nutrias are the ones with the big orange teeth, right? I think you can make pretty decent Corinthian Nutria leather.
But I think everyone from Louisiana is offended. You're saying you're actually pronouncing every syllable in that creature's name.
In Louisiana, you don't really need to use syllables. Everybody's got a pretty decent buzz going. You just sort of...
It's kind of a grunt.
You don't... I mean, they understand what you mean. You just...
A pleasant
some
grunt.
more,
In a good mood.
Yeah.
some more, drink some more, try not to fall off the levee road into the swamp and get eaten by alligators, and eat some more. And it's fine. So I think in Louisiana, the communication, they're very understanding about it. So I think how do they say, what do they usually say for Nutria then?
Nutria.
Sure.
Nutria.
What do they say?
Nutria.
Okay.
Go down in the levee and shoot something to Nutria.
Yeah, but they exist further north too. I mean, I believe they are available for making leather, in the southern Midwest, correct? Like Missouri.
That I don't know. I just know I was fed them.
Are they good?
Islands. Alarmingly, yes. Like most things in Louisiana, it tastes great. Just don't ask a whole lot of questions.
Food there is really good, but I think Corinthian leather is more often going to be possums, just because, Walter P. Chrysler did actually have a possum ranch in his compound. And just as Ford had his own rubber plantations, Walter P. Chrysler, well known for his possum ranch where he would get Corinthian leather. And Walter, since you're not alive anymore, you can't sue me over this.
Chrysler probably can't either, right?
Theoretically, but I don't think they would.
Loosely exists these days. So it's
I'm going to go with any
They got bigger
company that
problems
hired
than me.
they hired Vin Diesel to do their advertising. They're not going to be offended by this.
Remember the brief period when Chrysler tried to get the Dodge brothers to kind of be, that was like their thing. It was like kind of like a more corporate version of Henry Ford. The Dodge brothers actually built a lot of Henry's early cars too. They were a subcontractor, and but they were supposed to be these kind of devil-may-care rake hells. In fact, no, they were cold-eyed businessmen who, when they weren't breeding possums to make Corinthian leather, were just squeezing a couple extra cents out of every car they made.
And my favorite one is the Dodge Brothers crossover with Vin Diesel when, the two of them are driving Hemi Chrysler and he gives them the welcome to the Brotherhood of Muscle.
I don't think the actual Dodge Brothers talked like that. I think they...
That was all Vin Diesel.
Incoming.
All Vin Diesel.
Ooh.
Oh, that was a nice hit. That was a
Did you
full
see
speed.
Did you see the
miles an
upside down
hour.
mounting and plowing?
Yes.
Actual racers were very afraid of like an upside down car getting hit sideways in the part of the cage that was never supposed to be hit. So it's kind of satisfying to see it here with no death. Everybody here would be every single person here.
Here's a shot of the upside down
Randy.
mounting.
That's
getting
Randy
mounted and plowed.
Mounted and plowed, which reminds me of my prom night.
There it is, right there, getting plowed.
And then taking out Troy Frew. For
That's excellent.
I said, like my prom, I didn't wear a robin's egg blue tuxedo the way that everyone thinks he did in the early '80s, but I did drive a very high quality 1981 Pontiac Bonneville. So there, I borrowed my dad's Bonneville. It was quite a car. It was very luxurious.
Bonneville, that's extremely Pittsburgh of you.
Well, it's what he had, and I have to admit, it wasn't a great car.
It was a
but it looked
pitching
pretty
wedge.
nice.
Oh, and the bounce on the
that's a good bounce
tailgate.
there.
Wow.
That's a
So that
very
was
springy,
that was incredible.
That was totally the wonderful thing about Tigger.
So the cool thing about the Bonneville was when Speedy Cop brought the Donk Bonneville to a race, it was basically the same car that my dad had except donked, and it even had the same radio and all that. But the best part about my dad's Bonneville was it had cruise control that was basically brick on the gas pedal. As soon as you turned on cruise control, just floor the gas and hold it there until you turned it off. It was a very unsophisticated form of cruise control. And I don't know. I think that was not by design. It may have just been, saving.
That sounds like a mechanical failure to me.
It was subject to some debate, but yeah, it was a Pontiac 301 engine, so it was not really easy to tell when you were flooring it. Well, that's quite a climb there.
Never lift.
He's not lifting.
That's more of that, like illustrate how unbelievably
That's pretty good.
Can we dub Pink Floyd's "Learning to Fly" over this entire montage and not get sued? That is wonderful.
Okay, so the bounce is the best part when he hits the ground. Watch this. This is going to be really good. Yeah, like it goes into the earth and then unharmed it goes back up another 40 or 50 feet.
up.
He found Alex Levison's other chunk of his tire in that little part of the earth from the
Here's the view from that's the view from the Tesla Roadster in space.
Don't panic. Oh, that is
It's an
excellent.
automatic. I just learned. Yeah, here we go. Oh boy, that would have been bad to take in your helmet.
It's a 3-speed, whatever the
Yes.
3-speed GM is.
Well, turbo hydromatic of some sort, probably a 400.
It's a tree fitty.
Basically, and it's first and second exists to get you out of the pit.
I would say that in a real vehicle, landing on your side from 150 feet up and hitting the side of your helmet on the ground would be bad. But here, it's fine.
Can anyone call this Pastrana and ask him how that feels?
I don't think anyone has actually done that crash in real life. But, it's could be possible.
I like
Oh, yeah, you do the Demolition Man cannoli foam after the first hit. It survived.
all restaurants in the future are Taco Bell. I like that it goes through the ground into another dimension. It's wonderful.
It's pretty hypnotic watching this. We can just watch this one crash all day.
After the broadcast, I'm going to go use the three seashells. So let's keep that going. Reference the hell out of that movie.
That was fantastic.
Amazon has gotten their algorithm alarmingly accurate, and I've been recommended a host of bad 70s and 80s car movies, including one called Wheels of Fire, which is a Philippine-made knockoff of a Mad Max film. But Demolition Man showed up the other day, and I was trying to make my wife watch it. She made it about 17 minutes, and the only thing that kept her that long was Sandra Bullock. And then she's like, "No, this movie is awful. I'm leaving."
Escape from New York. The original Escape from New York has some good car moments in it. Great cars. I mean, there's one that we don't really think about that much. Of course, there's the Duke of New York's, parade of cars. But later on, when they're trying to get to the top of the World Trade Center, and there's a Datsun 1200 with no motor, and one of the Duke's crossbow men in the engine compartment.
That's because it belonged to the scientist, and he had they took his engine out. Yeah, Brain.
Yeah,
made a point.
Copyright claim.
That was Harry Dean Stanton, by the way.
Thank you. And I was mesmerized by Adrian Barbeau.
He's dead too.
Yes, but Adrian Barbeau was the highlight of any scene she was in.
Oh yeah, I mean the movie has so much to recommend it, but the cars are really underrated in that movie. It's a good car movie.
It is.
That was
the
incredible.
Cabby's checker and all that. Ernest
Borgnine, absolutely. And honestly, all of the CJ7 Jeeps that they thought the Army drove, which they never did.
Oh man, you mean there were some technical inaccuracies in that movie? Man, I thought I didn't have to suspend my disbelief at all when watching it.
I love that when you hit a car, it sends the nose up, and then as long as you got the gas matted, it just launches you off the other car in whatever direction the body pass.
So this is actually going out of the screen here. There we go. Look at that.
Are you disparaging the iRacing physics? Don't you dare.
No, because they'll sue us.
And after the Alex Levison three-wheeler for 22 laps of it, no, we're not disparaging that at all.
Can we get Scientology in here somehow now? Speaking of lawsuits.
Oh, because unlike what we're watching here with this flipping vehicle, Scientology, not real.
Oh, you're getting sued. You're so good. So Operation Snow White's coming after you.
Yep.
No. I feel like I'm protected. I'm protected by the Department of Defense, which may have more lawyers than Scientology.
No, nobody does.
Look, Tom Cruise may be short, but he's fast. He'll run you down. Don't go after Scientology.
Beck's a Scientologist too.
He gave it up.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh.
Boy.
There we go. Going into orbit. Wow, the shadow of the truck is nice.
That was great. You could actually see how high up you could have that moment to go, this is really bad.
It bounces.
Wow.
Right about now is when Dave Kamer is going to tune in and go, what are they doing to my game?
Hey, so we went down that rabbit hole of 80s and 90s movies, and showing up in the chat, we would be wrong if we did not mention Repo Man, which is the other great car movie.
Well, that goes without saying. In fact, I interviewed Alice Cox years ago about how he went about choosing the cars he used in Repo Man. And a lot of interesting things. Then later on, he came and taught at CU Boulder, taught film there, and so I was able to go hang out with him quite a bit and discuss car stuff. And he now owns the rights to do a sequel to Repo Man. Like, he had to wait for something like 40 or 36 years after the first Repo Man. So he is now able to make a Repo Man sequel. He's just trying to get funding and all the lawyers in place and stuff. So we might actually have a real Repo Man sequel at some point.
That would be wonderful. I feel like since he knows you, he could get extras. Nothing.
He gets nothing from knowing me, nothing whatsoever.
No. If he says, "Hey, I'm making a Repo Man sequel. Do you know anyone that would want to be in it for free?" Then you just mention that to, like, I don't know, anyone who races lemons. We would all try.
Yeah, I mean, we'd have. Actually, I've tried to get him to judge because he has a place right near Thunder Hill.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, and he's thought that it would be kind of fun, and he's one of those kind of celebrities that's famous enough that he'd get some annoying people hanging around, but it wouldn't be too bad. He wouldn't be overwhelmed, so we wouldn't have to have burly Eastern European thugs to break anybody's kneecaps to keep them away from him. But I think most Lemons racers worship the movie Repo Man pretty hard. So anyway, yeah, it turns out all the Little Tree air fresheners in the film, they went to the manufacturer and got unscented ones because they tried to work with real ones and it just couldn't be done. It was making the set was impossible. To find one in every car. But it turns out so that the Impala that Harry Dean Stanton, that his character Bud, all the Repo Men were named after beer, of course. It was Light and Miller and Bud. That Bud drove was actually owned by one of the crew members, like one of the set guys. And then Cox ended up buying it after the movie and just drove it as his car for quite a while after making a Repo Man, this hoopty blue, I think it's a 73 Impala sedan. So because
dressed kind of square, people think
exactly.
You're packing heat.
And the whole thing is originally based on a comic strip that Cox, when he was at film school at UCLA, he put together a comic strip about these kind of imaginary Repo Men. He actually had a job working as a Repo Man briefly and knew a little bit about it. It's pretty interesting. I mean, if you're really obsessed with it as I am, I find it pretty interesting to read. But anyway, yeah, he's kind of the most lemony sort of film director. He's very un-Hollywood, and I think he doesn't really want to be part of that world so much. So it'd be interesting to see what happens if a sequel gets made. I mean, maybe they get Emilio Estevez. I don't know.
It's not like he's doing anything.
Well, he's busy. He teaches college and all that, and so.
Well, on that note,
Yeah.
before we go, I just want to mention real quick that we'll be racing again on Thursday with sprint races at, I believe, Laguna Seca, and that'll start at 9 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you tune in for that right here, wherever you're watching. And if you want to know more about Lemon's iRacing, you can go to isuckatracing.com, isuckatracing.com, spelled out. And also, if you want to know about real Lemons racing, go to 24hoursoflemons.com. Also coming up on Thursday is our next Lemons Thursday Therapy on Facebook Live on the Lemons Facebook feed. We're going to have Sarah Fairfield of iSoar Racing on. She's super awesome, works for Donut Media, won many Lemons races with iSoar Racing. So all that stuff coming up this week. Make sure you check that out. And thanks for sticking around this long. I'm about 3 hours in, and I'm about had it. So you guys talk as long as you want. I'm going to sign off for the night. Thank you guys for watching.
All right, I'm going to sign off too. So see you guys later.
All right, hey Eric, I know I'm in on Thursday, and I think Jeff is as well, and you might end up with Chrissy.
Nice.
We'll see who all ends up there. I got a couple other people to get in. We're gonna have a pretty good crew on Thursday, and that is such a good way to go out with Hyatt Busby launching some. Excellent. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being here. Ryan, Phil, Mental, Chris Ray early on. It was a good time. Sean Yoder, of course, almost forgot you. Sorry about that. Sean, you've been awesome. Thank you for racing or attempting to. Ryan, take us out, I think.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in tonight and joining us in the booth, and look forward to Thursday. Same bat time, same bat channel. So we'll see you guys then. And until then, keep it real.
Wait. I got nothing.
Perfect.